streaming.
I'm streaming?
DJ Sonido Loco Mix. El abusador.
Hello, everyone! Welcome to our first official episode of Listen and Liquor. Bum bum! Today I'm introducing Zane Aratos.
Hello.
Zane, you want to introduce yourself fully?
Yeah, I got you. Hi, I'm the guy on the far left with just reactive because I'm not cool and I don't have a model. But I'm just a little fella, mainly playing FPS games, having a good time.
How are you the little fella here?
Yes. Oh my god, you guys both have to be models. Oh, yours is so cute. What the fuck? But yeah, I'm just a little guy who mainly play FPSs, and yeah, we're just having a good time. Love questions, which is why we're here. Let's go.
Let's go! And now I'm introducing Icy Sylvie! Sylvie, introduce yourself!
Going in order? You're next to Zane. What do you mean?
Oh, I guess I should introduce myself. Well. Okay, hello everyone. I'm Narunini. You can just call me Naru. I stream a variety of games and just do a bunch of random things, really. I used to call myself a gremlin, but I feel like everybody calls themselves a gremlin, so I'm trying to think of something new to call myself. But call me Naru, and
Goblin.
Yeah. Hello, oh, Goblin. I feel like I look like Shrek. Well, I do always say I look like Shrek. So, like, I look like Shrek, so maybe Goblin is the right word. So, yes, hello.
Yeah, time to make a new branding decision.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, now introducing Icy Sylvie.
I see, Sylvie. I've decided I am now a social degenerate.
Let's
That's
go.
the same thing as gremlin, right?
Something like that. Wait, why do I hear you twice?
I'm multiplying.
Uh-oh.
How do you hear it twice?
How do you?
I don't
That
know.
is suspicious because nobody else does.
Echo.
Well, I don't hear her twice anymore. Oh, wait, oh.
Echo.
Oh,
Echo.
you're the only one that hears her twice. Do you hear everybody else twice?
I hear myself.
I heard her twice.
Right?
Wait, what?
I'm multiplying.
Am I crazy? Am I the
But
only
it's
one
only
with
at-
perfect
it's only at
audio?
it's only at certain times.
Yeah.
On Discord, period.
You're not
so.
crazy yet.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah, I was crazy once.
Oh,
They
no.
locked me
They locked me in an alcoholic
Keep going.
room.
An alcoholic room.
With VTubers.
Who is Sir Audio?
Hello. Oh, I have something for this. Hi, I'm Audiosu. I'm figuring out what I am. But like, aren't we all? Cool. Anyways, I yell, I play games, and I have a big brain and a small brain moments as well. On top of all that stuff, I came to win at all costs, even at the cost of being canceled. The prize money that was promised for the victor of this duel is mine.
Wow.
Very nice.
Love that for him.
All I can think about is the times that I've won things in life.
Never won anything in my life.
Makes sense. Okay. All right. What is everyone drinking? Zane.
I have some good old Hennessy.
Ugh.
That's the most base. I'm sorry. I think everybody else is gonna have some flavor, and Zane is.
Oh,
Hennessy.
Hennessy.
We're doing
What's
rough
wrong with
today.
Hennessy, man?
That's
So
gross.
you know what? Sylvie's also gonna be basic as well. Sylvie,
Oh, it's
tell us
okay.
what you're
I'm
drinking.
doing rough right now.
Oh my god, Hennessy's gross. I am drinking a margarita.
Nice,
Sylvie?
good choice.
Sylvie, what are you drinking?
Well, you see, I had about 8 ounces left of mixer, so we have like 8 ounces of mixer with like 8 ounces of alcohol.
Oh
I have
my.
a question for you. I would like to pose a question. Can I approach the council with a question to Icy Sylvie?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to ask, do you not have any juices, anything like that? Anything
Yeah,
like,
I love the juice. I put it in the cup.
Do you have any other juices other
I have
than
water.
Water.
That's not a juice.
You think we can make juice with cheese?
Uh.
I have cheese. What if we like squeeze the cheese and make cheese juice?
Cheese juice.
So, anyways, hello. I'm the real alcoholic of the bunch.
Yeah,
I
it's
am
all
I am
you.
currently drinking a pineapple lemonade vodka gin mixer, and I have an AMF on the side
That
as
actually
well,
sounds
queued up.
kinda good.
That does sound
Yeah.
actually delicious.
Yeah. And I am
I thought
currently
you were
and I
talking
have
about the
a,
cheese juice.
You're a freak.
That's gross. Cheese juice. I just think of mold, like moldy juice.
I don't want to say it. Yo, cheese is already mold anyway. So
Yes.
how do you juice it mold?
Juice it.
But yeah,
Moldy
I
juice.
have an AMF on the side, which if you don't know, it's called an Adios motherfucker. It's every alcohol known to man mixed together in one. Yeah.
That's a bad
Person on my
one.
YouTube friendly stream. Oh my god.
Oh, you're right. Editor, bleep that out.
Not like this,
I
man.
didn't tell you. And earlier today, I was pre-gaming during my own event, and I was having a very fun mixture of steamed lemonade mixed together with mint tea, a bunch of honey, vodka, and rum.
Wow.
was very-
Lemonade.
Oh, I put it in my tea kettle and I go, and I also have a steamer wand too, but I didn't want to do that. I'm too lazy.
Wow. That's so
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
What the hell?
It's a warm alcoholic beverage. It was great. It was great on my vocal cords. I was able to yell for hours.
Wow. Damn, we won't get him to shut up this time.
His throat's tired now.
Yeah, I can hear it. It's a little. Oh, did you guys hear that? It's pleasant.
Good little palm.
Yeah, well, wow. All right. So I wanted to ask you guys. All right, was there anything that stood out
No.
to you guys? Okay. Well, he's muted. Is there anything?
Fuck that guy.
Is there anything that stood out to you guys this week? Anything that you thought was hot? Okay, on Twitter or anywhere else. All right. So Zane, you first. Watch him.
On Twitter? I mean, Twitter is always just a hellhole in general, I think.
Pro.
I don't think I saw anything particular that was like crazy.
I got something new from the last like 2 days.
Oh.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
So they were not a mutual of mine, but it showed up on my feed, is that there are a lot of times where, you know, there's been a lot of talk recently, I think, in the streaming community about sponsorships, right? And so this company approached this one VTuber about a sponsorship, and they were like, "This is a
Ooh.
paid sponsorship opportunity, right?"
Yep.
And then
Yep.
the company responded, and they were like, "Yeah, we're not gonna pay you."
It's fucking crazy.
Isn't
So
that
why did you
ridiculous?
Why did you
They-
approach them for a paid
they-
sponsorship?
The crazy part was that they said we're gonna go with other people
Yeah.
to fit our budget and stuff like that. And then they gave it, but the kicker was that they fucking hit her with a YouTube link saying, "Hey, here's what we're going for."
Yeah, by
what?
someone who wasn't even monetized, and then he saw it, but
Yeah.
he's never advertising it ever again. So that's the good news. I just thought that
Yeah.
was crazy.
That is insane that you like. Not only would you kick somebody by hitting them with a rejection letter after approaching them specifically, but to tap on top of that by sending them a YouTube link of what you're looking for, motherfucker, what?
I know, it's gross. Gross.
I just thought it was very interesting because I know in like the last week or so, there's been a couple posts about sponsorships and stuff where like people were talking about like Stream Elements sponsorships. They're like, look how much money I've made, and it's like, good for you. I don't know. I've never made any money off of like Stream Elements sponsorships, but you know, good for you. And so I think a lot of people are looking into sponsorships again right now because they are like, well, you know, maybe since smaller streamers can have the opportunity, it's a good idea to start looking into it again. And so this is kind of like a smack in the face, I think, for that
Yeah.
Crazy.
for that streamer, and for a lot of other streamers, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like you try to get your bag, and it's just like, yeah, just kidding. You're we don't want to pay you actually.
I know, that's just so fucked up. I saw one, okay, and it kind of was very relatable. So I saw something on Twitter, and it was like, "Oh, what's your streamer ick?" And I was like, "Ooh, I have so many streamer icks." Okay, but my biggest streamer ick, okay, is, or one that really annoys me, I guess, something that really icks me out, is when VTubers are like,
Grinds your gears.
"Oh, this grinds my gears," or when VTubers are like, "Oh, but like, you know, they're just doing this for engagement, like they don't genuinely mean it," okay? And they're like, "Oh, like, you know, I'm looking for friends." Okay, they're never gonna be friends with you.
I know this is where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
They're never gonna be fucking friends with
No.
you. But they're like, "Oh yeah, let's do collabs together and like, oh yeah, let's be friends." And I'm like, bitch, you're never gonna like talk to any of these people. You're literally just doing this for engagement, which 99% of the time it is. Every time I see that shit, I'm like, "Too gross."
No! Speak
Oh,
your piece,
God.
queen. Honestly, slay off. No, go. Keep popping
Oh,
off.
oh,
Like,
I thought you
let me
said
light the
no.
fire.
And I was
No,
like,
let me
oh.
light the fire. I'm so sick of this shit too.
God,
I'm
it's
sitting
so annoying. And then especially when like, okay, there's that, and then when you think you've made a friend in the VTubing community, right? But then they end up being a total piece of shit! Oh my god, it
Oh my
just
God,
grinds
okay.
my
Push
gear.
this
Okay.
one got personal.
Yeah, personal.
Oh my god. So both of those are my
the
icks.
dial went from 5 Naru to 10 real fast.
It's just like those are just my icks. Okay, so when I saw those tweets are like, oh, what's your streamer ick? I was like, oh man, it's more like VTuber ick because can't stand it. Okay, so
I had that
that's mine.
experience with like flesh cameras. That's a part of the reason why I stopped, because I couldn't get collabs that were like legitimate as a face camera. They were all shitty.
Gross.
They were either shitty or they were racist.
Oh god.
It was bad. Like it was real bad. But Zane, did you have something that like it doesn't have to be Twitter related?
If the only thing I'd be curious about is how people feel about eating on stream. I think there's like a time limit that makes it okay, like
A snack on-
15-ish, 20 minutes maybe for like a dinner.
Like,
Sorry, I was eating.
Yeah, no,
I-
thank you for the ambiance.
Can
of
I
what
can I get a
exactly what it is.
Can I get clarification from you, Zane? Do you
Yeah,
mean like when
yeah.
you say eating on stream, do you mean like snacking? Like I'm literally sitting over here with chips right now, and just like oh.
I think snacking's fine as long
I
as it's
snack
not.
on
You mean like
stream
having a
sometimes.
full
Like cover
meal?
my mouth so it doesn't get hurt in the microphone.
Oh, I
See,
don't.
that's what I think would be the thing, because a lot of people
I
do
ASMR
like the
that shit.
mukbang. Yeah, they just eat it. And I'm just like, oh,
I'm a
I
monster.
can't watch
I
nothing
know.
if I want to still have a monitor at the end of the day.
that's fair.
I would
I don't
punch
know.
it.
I feel like eating on stream's okay, but if you're visibly or audibly eating,
Well, if you're
I just
audibly eating,
can't-
I'm
I can't
leaving.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Oh, no.
I feel like I'm
This
just
is
gone.
not a negotiation. I'm leaving.
I-
Like, bye.
I'll be the evil person here. I think I've had meals on here. I think I was just starving and I had so much stuff to do and like I had promised content to do. And I was just like, I'm sorry guys, the food just got here. Let's go through this stuff like that. But there's been more than not than have been. I just mute the stream and put on like Daily Dose of Internet or some video on instead.
Yeah, I feel like that's fine, but not for like
A lot of
long
friends that
periods.
do
Not
that.
more than 30 minutes to an hour.
Oh, you're talking about like the
feels
people
too
that like
long.
literally will go out to a restaurant, go eat, and come back to stream?
No, like
'Cause I've
eating
seen that.
on
Like,
stream-
white people actually just leave their
Wait,
stream
what?
up and just go
Yeah,
eat.
yes,
okay,
I've
no,
seen that. I've
that's
seen somebody go to
definitely
like
not
they're
And they're
like,
not
oh.
streaming them eating. Like,
No,
they
they
just
like
leave.
I've seen like 3 people do this. They send a picture on
Me?
Twitter and they're just like, oh, they're like at the restaurant in the middle of stream right now, and like Teehee, look at what I'm, treat yourself. I'm just like, I go to their channel. It's like they're live. It says BRB.
What?
That is so whack. Interesting. All right, well, audience,
Yeah.
your turn.
Okay, mine's a little bit different. Mine's beef. Like I'm beefing with Twitter right now. Do you know what I fucking hate?
Oh boy, here we go.
About to start a segment on it. This grinds my gears.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a
No,
Joe
okay.
Rogan type
So
sit, bro.
like Naru's is like, hey, like Naru's is piling off as somebody who's like setting up the volleyball for a spike. Mine is just like everybody else is just trying to have their own happy life, and I'm sitting out here like in the corner in my fucking little gremlin cave, being like, ooh. All right, I despise these fucking astrology symbol things about like friendships and lovers and shit like that. Get that shit off my
Ooh, he hates
timeline.
astrology.
It's annoying. Yo, I have a star sign where I'll get nothing but hate. I'm so sick of astrology. I hate that shit. Astronomy's cool. Astrology is not. Like,
Damn,
fuck
he
that
said
shit.
astrology is for bozos.
My
Any
star
Scorpios
sign-
in
yeah.
the chat? Everybody be upset.
Yeah. Scorpios out here. You are the most hated people. How does it feel? It's so awful
Wait,
being
I'm a
separated for a
Scorpio.
day
You're
or
just
more.
mad because you're incompatible.
Oh, no.
Get out of here.
Scorpio,
You idiot! I'm dying. Yo, Scorpios, we get the most hate than anybody for no goddamn reason other than existing.
Dude, literally true. Everyone's like, oh my god, you're.
No,
every time I tell someone's like, what's
no.
your sign? I'm like, a Scorpio. And they're like,
Scorpio.
"Ugh."
Ugh. Oh,
Yeah.
like you're a manipulative sociopath. It's like you don't even know me. Like I.
you know, listen, I might be, but only if you're fucked up to me, okay? So just don't be
Yeah.
fucked up. They're like,
No,
oh,
like,
you're an
I-
asshole and manipulative. I'm like, yeah, if you're like a piece of shit, like.
Yeah, let's go.
Like,
Let's go find out what Donald Trump's star sign is or Elon Musk's star is. Let's vehemently attack all of those people then at that point because fuck it, like let's represent. How about that? No, like. I looked at, so I did a study on the ones that the friendships. I took all of them, I paired them all together. The most people who had enemies was the maximum of 2, except for, and get this,
get this.
Scorpios.
Wow.
Scorpios have 3 just straight enemies and like 2 not on good terms, and then 1 complicated.
Okay, I'm gonna start
Like-
throwing hands more often.
Let's
Another
go!
skip from the Libra. I'm ready.
Listen, Sylvie, you're a fucking bitch. Let's go.
Let's Oh, yo, Naru really wants to beef with you
Listen,
above
she
all
asked,
else.
okay, everybody listen. Okay, Sylvie was like, I want beef. I was like, you want beef? Let's go. And she's like, oh shit. I'm like, huh? I thought you wanted
That's how you know. That's how you know Sylvie wasn't ready for the beef.
Scared. I was like, no, not like this. I'm gonna cry.
That's how you know Sylvie wasn't ready for the beef. Yo, Naru, I'm gonna take you on. That
I'm
Twitter
weak.
post goes live next week. All
Let's
right, we'll go. We throw
I'm
it
the
down.
type of
I
person
got
that
bad
goes to the
words.
gym and I think I'm making gains, but I still have noodle arms. Please.
I'm the kind of person who goes to the gym, knows they have noodle arms, knows they still have noodle arms, and will walk up to the biggest guy. Hey, bitch, what you want? Why are you looking at me?
He's the chihuahua. Let's go.
I remember.
I love that for you. Let's go. Oh my lord.
That's my sorry.
noodles.
I got hella heated about that star sign shit. I've been wanting to talk shit about that stuff for a hot minute.
So you
You
don't
know, I
like
just saw it
people.
happening on my feed, and then I was like, you know what? I'm too lazy to look up mine. I don't care.
But you don't know your sign. Oh
No,
my god,
Where to find
drama.
the images they were all
No,
using were.
she just said her star sign as Naru.
Oh
I
wait,
know
what
my
was it? I
sign.
missed
I
it.
didn't know where their images were coming from, so I was like, I don't care that much to find this thing.
Wait, what's your star sign? Or your sign?
Libra.
She's a Libra.
Libra.
Latu.
Ugh. Sorry, I don't know anything about Libras. I just wanted to make it dramatic, okay?
That's crazy. You're insane.
All right. Well, today's main topic. Thanks for sharing, everybody. By the way,
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
the main topic for today, even though we'll still hate on people that love astrology, apparently, is VTuber/streamer taboos. Woo! AKA.
Astrology is
Do
VTuber
not just
taboo.
post this.
I didn't know.
You know, okay, hold on. Really, I don't mean to interrupt you, but you all know how I find these posts? I go, what are we? And then I name the person's star sign.
It's that easy,
Do you know-
dude.
No. Unless you do Scorpio, I could not find it. That's the reason why. Everybody that's a Scorpio did not want to post their own star sign. I spent
Okay,
forever
I'm gonna
looking for it.
present a very big hot take of
Okay.
all star sign stuff is just always gonna be related to you in some way, no matter which one you are, because that's how they work.
You
No,
mean
no,
it's
I'm
a
So there's
lie?
no point in ever posting them because they always fit you, no matter what, even if you pick a different one that's from yours.
If you go to every category and there's one star sign that doesn't fit you, like there's one descriptor that doesn't fit you to a T, bullshit.
They're all so generic. I don't know what to say about it. Like they're fun, but they don't do anything.
All right.
Icy
My hot
Sylvia's
take on the
over
topic.
party.
No, let me one up
That's
here
why
real
I
fast.
like
just so
them
I
though.
can
They're
get
like,
canceled,
oh
though.
my god, that's me. That's
That's why you like them?
crazy.
All right.
I like them as like a
Fortune
very casual thing.
fortune tellers are fake. Anyways,
Well, of course they
mic
are.
drop, I'm out. Mic drop, I'm out.
That's a
How
whole
dare you?
profession.
Twitter, get him.
That's what I'm saying. Twitter, get him.
Naru locked me in place, so I can't actually physically walk out. But like, this is the part where I like walk away from the desk, the podium.
Are you gonna go eat? You might as well.
No!
Well,
Wait,
I
there's
guess.
a VTuber taboo about playing Yu-Gi-Oh! How?
Uh,
Huh?
I don't know. That's what John Barry said. He said,
John, you're
latest...
gonna have to explain that one. I'm concerned.
John Barry, I have three Twitch partner Yu-Gi-Oh! VTubers on my like that are my friends. I would like to know more about this because they have never said anything to me.
I feel like whenever I hear the term, I would like to know more. I just think of like Starship Troopers. Would you like to know more?
There's no way. God, that's how you know Sylvie's old.
What does that mean? I'm old.
I had to Google
Starship
Starship
Troopers.
Troopers, man. I had to literally
There's-
Google it.
Do not call us old.
No, you know what Starship Troopers is, please.
You know
I
what Sergeant Jim is.
did.
Stop what?
No, I did not. Listen, I don't even know the Disney
Literally dying
princesses, okay?
inside.
Like, yesterday, I thought Sleeping Beauty was the princess that ate the apple, okay?
She is.
Oh, wait,
she
no,
is.
no, no,
What?
no. Sorry,
Sleeping
sorry.
Beauty-
Well, was it Snow White? I said somebody, and everyone started flaming me. They're like, "You don't know the Disney princesses?" And I was like, "Oh, here we go, bro."
Snow White is the Sleeping Beauty. Snow White is the Sleeping Beauty.
Wait, yeah, but Snow White is not Sleeping Beauty. But I thought they were the same.
Maybe I'm just a controversial individual. I never got as into the Disney princesses because I had friends that were into it, and I was like, "That's too lame. Everyone's into this. I want to be
I think
different."
the current modern take
Oh,
on
you're
Disney
right.
princesses is a very weird.
No, you're right. No, you're right. I thought Sleeping Beauty and okay, I'm on the
I
same.
did
You know, what?
beg Apple.
I'll jump on this. I'll jump on this sword with you, Naru. I won't let you be alone. I thought the Sleeping Beauty and Snow White were the same person. Because
Look
they
at
both
that, see?
sleep.
Look at that.
And you want real hot takes? Literally the old Disney princesses have no fucking personalities. Okay, I'm done here.
Oh!
Real.
Well, that's
Oh, yeah.
because it's like a different time, but they really
You know
are
what?
just like characters.
I would
They
love
just
to-
don't
let's-
have personalities.
Future podcast. Let's do a breakdown of personality types, and we'll do it through the
I'm just
categorical
of the
system.
opinion the
Oh,
newer
God.
Disney princesses are a lot better because they're more personable. Like all the newer ones are like way better as
That's 'cause
like
they-
individuals.
That's because they actually have like full-on dialogue moments and stuff like that.
I know.
But VTuber hot takes, right? Or sorry, VTuber taboos.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm
VTuber
super
taboos.
excited to talk about this stuff.
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know what VTuber taboos are, okay? Essentially, it is like the secret rules, okay? Secret forbidden rules to stream and talk about, okay? I would say like
The
VTuber and
unwritten laws.
streamer taboos are like the same, right? Like anything that's really a streamer taboo is usually also VTuber taboo, but then there's also some that are like specific to VTubers, okay? A hot example, okay, would be like anything political or anything religious. I rarely ever see a VTuber talk about those topics.
It is almost nigh impossible unless you find that one VTuber who is literally Jesus Christ and is like spreading the gospel.
By the way, Jesus loves you. How do you see?
Shut up.
Am I getting canceled? I talk about politics sometimes.
Yeah,
Over
no.
for me. I want to
Yeah.
talk about like how I hate the economy.
The economy is not the same as politics, weirdly enough.
What about healthcare in the United States?
It's
I feel like that's
political,
just,
it's not
like,
politics.
known to be horrible.
Yeah.
Plus, all your stuff is like United States based. Like there are talk about politics worldwide. People will just be like,
I like to freak out
it's
my
not-
European viewers with how few rights we have in the United States.
Yeah. I like how John Barry was the first to say, imagine if Hassan became a VTuber.
Ugh. I don't know.
Oh. There is
I didn't
no-
mean that in a bad way. I didn't mean that in a
I don't think
I
his
would just-
audience has any overlap with VTubers.
It would be very chaotic.
I think it would be a good decision on him to like expand his viewer base, actually.
Uh-huh. Well,
I can't imagine it working out.
It's Hassan. I feel like he can make it work, you know?
anything yo, if C-Dog VA can have a successful like without even actually streaming VTuber,
Well, I think it's because he knows Iron Mouse though.
Yeah.
And so he's like on the in.
Yeah.
bro, C-Dog VA is I'm sorry, yo, hit me with this moment here real bad. C-Dog
Uh-oh.
VA is bigger than Iron Mouse. What's up?
Wow. I mean, that's
Just
probably true.
But they're in
It's
two different
statistically
categories,
correct. Like,
though.
yeah.
And different categories, yeah.
But statistically, he's still bigger. I'm just saying. That man.
Well, he is taller. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Sylvie picked up what I was dropping.
Wasn't Iron Mouse recently mentioned in like a manga?
Yeah. Oh, yes. No, I brought this up yesterday. I don't know if it was streaming or if I was doing an offline recording. It was Sony Visquedalo. Sorry, English is would be like My Dress Up Darling.
Huh.
Yeah. It was also like their most impactful chapter they've had to date. On God. It was probably like the greatest, like it was probably the greatest thing that he's drawn to this day. And Iron Mouse had a cameo at like the first 3 panels. Pretty crazy.
That is actually pretty crazy.
No, it was a really good drawing. I think I can pull it up and show it to you guys in the chat real fast.
Let's go.
Lethal. Oh shit.
Well, see, so that being considered, would you still say that Sea-Dog... See, I'm eating, by the way, right now, saying...
Oh, thank you so much.
Would you still say
Punch.
that
Yeah.
Sea-Dog is bigger than Iron Mouse?
Yes, I would still say that because C-Dog is a household name across streamers in general. Iron Mouse, there are people that still won't touch VTubers, and they won't know anything about Iron Mouse. They just know her name. And knowing a name doesn't make you bigger.
I feel like Iron
just
Mouse
makes
is
you
such a weird
know.
case. I think she's in. Doesn't she fall as like the largest like female streamer now almost?
She's up there. She's one of the top ones. And that's not like that. Definitely not. This is no defacing her or anything like that. It's just a comparison of like who's bigger as far as like a content creator. C-Dog VA has touched the grasp of every realm and he's done everything. He has his own product line. He's also very well self-maintained himself. Like, see, like, not to say that he doesn't have his full team like Iron Mouse does, but he does a lot of he does a lot of his ideas himself as well. He's a very well-rounded streamer and content creator. I don't want to go into like super depth on here, but just like yeah, see,
Well, actually, when I look at the Twitch tracker, it says
Yeah?
that Sea Dog VA has 1.1 total followers and Iron Mouse has 1.7.
Let's see those YouTube numbers and okay.
So on Twitch, it looks like Iron Mouse might be bigger because her average
actually,
is also...
I said content creator, not Twitch streamer. if you want to be actually.
Actually, okay.
I can't say that here. I'm gonna go use the bathroom with my head.
Hey, yo.
Your head.
But yeah,
I'm gonna go
at
hit the head
least
with my
on
head.
Twitch, at least
Yeah, I
on
know.
Twitch, Iron Mouse is bigger, so that's interesting.
It is very.
When she said more of a Twitch streamer.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
He's more of a, it's like general content, I'd say, like YouTube and etc.
Yeah. Also, his solo business ventures are interesting too. But that's beside the point. Taboo topics though, like I'm interested to see what people have other than like the base ones that we softballed in at the start, like when we were discussing this.
Would you like to share any that you think is a VTuber?
I was gonna hold up mine and like and tee them in, but we've actually technically talked about them a few times, including in our meetings. The one that I really hate is the fact that we're not allowed to complain or shit talk subathons.
What do you mean? You're allowed to.
Donathons, stuff. People don't. Nobody ever shit talks a subathon or donathon.
What are you talking about? I see people that are like, it's so unhealthy for your health. I don't think
I guess.
All
You know
time.
what? I think you're
no.
right about
I
that.
meant-
Unfortunately, I
meant-
feel like all the shit talking I do is really behind the scenes. I never do it
Yeah.
publicly.
I very rarely see them like, hey, like there's no justification, there's no well-rounded theory behind this. This is just you pulling a blank streamer who streams every single day at this point. Like
You're gonna like get me canceled
I
if
think
I
if
say
the-
anything about subathons.
Wait, why is it a taboo to talk about stuff with that?
because people hate anything that's monetarily, like if you discuss people's monetary gains and stuff like that and like their ability to stream for long periods and stuff like that, what it would do is it deface their whole purpose of this 185-day stream, like long stream, even though it might not even actually be 185 days of nonstop content or 185 days consecutively. They have like literal breaks between them because they're not, whatever comes up. I'm not saying that you're not allowed to have stuff come up and stuff like that. If you have a work meeting, if you have a health emergency, that's fine. But oftentimes people are just like, oh, I'm just burnt out. It's just like, well, yeah, that's what happens when you do that stuff. That's the whole point. That's the reason why people stop them.
That's so
That's
interesting.
the reason why. That's why you
seen
tie
tweets
monetary
about it.
gain to it.
I've seen people like complain about it.
I've seen some tweets, but they get snuffed out. I've seen them get snuffed out, and people
I'm
are
like
like,
super
oh,
quiet about this stuff. Like I have like a couple like mutuals that I like won't mention that like had
Yeah.
subathons for so long that I will not talk to them anymore
I am gonna have
because
like,
I thought they were money grubbers at that point.
I have friends who are doing this stuff like this as well, and like I love them, and they're great people. But
I
I
feel
do
like a
not
lot of
stand.
subathons are an effort to make this profitable when it's not profitable.
Yeah, I think there are better ways to go about it. Like we were talking about advertisements earlier and stuff like that, and reaching out and doing stuff like that, or finding another way to frame your business venture rather than day 733 subathon where you've gone 20 days without receiving a single dollar. It's like that's not a subathon then, buddy. That is just streaming every day.
Yeah.
Because like, what is?
I mean, that's what I brought up. I think I brought up to you before. I had like a mutuals. I've had like a
Yeah,
couple
you
mutuals who
did.
had like over 100-day subathons, but they weren't streaming every day, and they weren't
Yeah.
even streaming the whole day. Like
That's
they
my
would get
problem
on,
with them.
stream for 4 hours to run out the timer a little bit, and then the timer would go back up.
And exactly.
And
as
so they
Shark
sat at like
said-
100 hours for months.
Yeah, as
For
Shark said
months.
though, subathons where a streamer spends half the time sleeping also is like, I think it's fine if the timer goes down, but if the timer doesn't go down or they find an excuse to raise that timer that has no monetary gain to it, what was the point? When I tell you guys donathon, subathon, bidathon, what do you three think of? Like, what is the definition? And like a short definition to you three. Can you guys give me a definition of a subathon, bidathon, and donathon?
So
And
oh, sorry. I was like,
no, that was pitched to you. No, that was pitched to you.
Oh,
Nora.
okay. When I think of any of those, I just think of like a stream where people are subbing or donoing or whatever, throwing money at you, and you stream for as long as the timer goes for, and usually those donos or subs will add to your time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you my
And-
hot take.
Yeah.
I think it is a lazy way to produce content and get a lot of money.
Well,
Yum.
but who has to say, okay, I
Well,
don't
I don't feel like
disagree.
there's a lot of content
No,
that
we
happens
go.
during
We are
subathons
here to
because-
disagree with each other. Don't forget.
I know.
I'm gonna say this because I think there's not. I do think I think subathons initially started out as a fun idea, but I feel like they've become very lazy over time because
They've been weaponized.
they've been weaponized in a lot of ways to extract from your community. I think it's a way to bond with your community in some cases, but I think a lot of them just last far too long for it to be beneficial towards anyone. Like I feel like even during the one like I ran like at the start of this year after I lost my job, I lost my voice over it. Like how was that
Yeah.
healthy?
Yeah, like I remember like you were 3 days away from it, and you.
I was
call- you-
sleeping
you
5
called me or something
hours
like
a
that?
day.
Yeah.
I was sleeping 5 hours a day because I felt guilty leaving the stream up.
You
Without
also
being
had
there.
to go into your meetings and stuff, do like that too in the middle.
Yeah,
of
I
it.
was
But
going
you-
to interviews during the subathon. It was
Oh,
so
man.
dumb.
But here's the difference. Here's the difference. Is Sylvie was having her time going down that entire time.
But it was a
So,
struggle.
I know it was a struggle, but my
It
point is
wasn't
that
fun
you're,
because I was tired all the time.
so it's not about fun or not. My problem isn't that whether or not it's fun or not because it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be an
Yeah.
incentive to like, okay, let's be honest here, guys.
Wait, what?
You
Not
viewers love
supposed
to
to
watch
be
them
fun.
suffer. I mean,
Yeah,
it's supposed to
it
be
can
fun. Okay,
fun, but
it can be fun, but
No
the goal is
smiling,
to
no fun.
raise the goal is to raise money, right?
yeah.
For adventure, for living expenses, for a new model, or for whatever. The goal, you're supposed to have a goal for monetary gain. And that's the whole purpose of them. That was the original purpose of a subathon. It wasn't even donathons and bidathons didn't exist yet. People just realized that those earn you more money because Twitch is a greedy monster and sell you like that. But like the whole, like the original premise of this was to raise you a goal. Oh, so I can pay my moderators, so I can, raise my production value, so I can get this new model, so I can get these flashy bells, whatever. There was a reason behind it. That's why I had those milestone goals. And if you're not raising any money, and instead it's just like, oh, for every follow I get, I'm gonna add 20 minutes to the timer. Or for every raid I get, I'm gonna add like 5 hours at the timer. It's just like, then it's not a subathon, it's not a donathon, it's not a bidathon. It's just a social raiser. It's just a social raiser at that point. You're not gaining any monetary value out of that. You're not gaining anything from it. It's just bullshit at this point. It's just fluffery.
I mean, I've seen multiple people who all they do is they'll stream for hella long, like months, on the subathon, leave for like a few months, and then only come back to do another subathon. And they won't do just regular streams. It's purely that. And they know what they're doing. They know
A
how to
subathon
get
streamer,
the
yeah,
money.
I've seen them.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's
I
it
know
doesn't
one of
even
them. I
feel like
stopped
there's
talking
an
to them. They were one of the people I mentioned. The person finished their like 100-day subathon, and then because they weren't streaming consistently, within the next month they had another subathon for September, and I was just like,
Oh.
I am never speaking to you again.
I
I'm
have problems with
sorry.
those people, but like I just want to be really upfront here real fast. It's like if you running subathons and bidathons and donathons, like I had never had a problem with Sylvie doing them. If you have them, I'm not
I
beefing
think
with
maximum
you.
you can do 2 a year, maximum. That's my opinion.
I don't even care as long as you have a goal in mind and you're not abusing your viewers and followers because they're humans too. It's like, I'll let Naru talk after this real fast. I just like my idea is that it's like a misleading advertisement. Like, big companies and stuff like that have weaponized their advertisements, stuff like that, and led misleading things. And even YouTube ads are like probably the worst right now. Amongst all forms of advertisement, YouTube ads are probably the worst right now, where they will advertise something that does not exist or is fake as fuck or is overly exaggerated. And if you get that product or you subscribe to that platform, you are just getting railed and stolen cash from.
Oh, to
Wait,
be
where?
real.
And I
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
I'm leaving.
I'm gonna make a small note for later. Is that I think we can have a whole podcast on ads.
On ads.
Yeah.
Okay. Write that down. Write that down.
I'm not gonna explain it now because I don't
No,
want to.
yeah, I was gonna say. Write
But
it
I
down.
have
don't
some
explain
things
that.
I will mention to you guys later.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do an awkward pause. I thought you were maybe
No,
going to.
no, I don't want to lead into it because I don't want to distract.
yeah, no, you're good. You're good. My thought on subathons. I mean, I think if it makes you money, like, you know, everyone has to make money somehow, right? And $20 is $20.
One of those, like, yeah, get those bag, right?
Yeah, get the bag. You know, if you feel like ruining your health over a subathon, I mean, I'll do it for $20. You know what I'm saying? So, I just think, you know, it might not be the best idea, especially if you're doing it over and over and over again, like literally every month to make money. That just means you're. Like,
does that make me a hypocrite?
You know? Does it make you a hypocrite?
I'm over here ruining my health to like, you know, do plasma donations, raise money.
Oh. So, you know,
I don't know. It's like, you know, plasma is like good for other people, but it's probably not that great for me.
yeah. You know,
money.
Yeah, exactly. But money. So then why not just do a subathon or a donathon for it?
At least I'm doing something instead of asking. I already had one like 2 months ago. I can't have another one.
Let's go, people. Start donating. Hut to. I need money.
The bell. Get the bell.
The bell at your desk. Oh my god.
Up, folks. Start donating. All right. Yeah, you know what? This next month, I'm gonna have a donathon, guys.
It's okay. I already got my next business strategy. I'm telling you, it's feet ASMR.
Feet. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
I'm out.
Immediately.
From the precursor, before Liquor and Listen was even officially a thing, this is the first thing you fuckers pitched to each other.
Telling you, it's a great marketing idea.
When I got you four together, when I got us four together, the first thing that you sociopaths brought up was Feet Podcast or something crap like that. Oh my god! The fact that you guys haven't given up on this idea.
Listen, they make money.
No,
Feet make money.
No, they do. They do. My bad. Let me finish. Sorry, my bad. The rest of my thought was, is a great sign of the perseverance that you guys have. Wow. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm gonna go figure out how to tie a rope.
That's crazy, man.
What? I want to go
camping.
Camping.
I'm trying to think of more of like VTuber Taboos, but I feel like the only one I can like majorly think of is like past life stuff. And you know, sometimes I wonder.
Yes.
I want to bring it up in an indie context.
Yeah, what is it?
Because I know past lives obviously is more of like a corporo thing more often than not. But like, what do you do when like an indie VTuber decides to do like a complete rebrand on their account? And then there's always those comments where like, I liked your old model better, or like I like this better, you know.
I think it depends. Because like I have a very good I don't know, I'm curious.
Like, are you allowed to bring up their past life when their past life is still on the same account?
Oh, okay.
Like I feel like it is the weirdest situation in the indie space, because I feel when you talk about past lives, you're more talking like, oh, this person joined Hololive and before Hololive they were so and so, right? Don't
most streamers who do the rebranding and stuff like that, like, okay, actually, this is a great point, as I'm kind of one of them. Naru, I don't know if you haven't given over your past life yet, but
no,
I'm technically one. Oh, okay, well then maybe you are, but like I know me and Naru might be people that are like giving up our past lives and stuff like that. I mean, I have a few friends that also have, but like for different reasons other than like I wasn't a VTuber back then. I was just like, hey, I have given up my body. I now live electronically, nowhere else.
I mean, I guess I talk about my past life sometimes, but I don't name it.
No,
like,
exactly.
I just say like, yeah.
I don't want people to know. I don't want people to know my. Yeah, I don't want people to know my old names. I don't want people to know my anything other than League of Legends, which was like I can name that because it's so vague and so easy to find. 1 billion people for it. It ain't gonna hurt me.
Yeah.
I feel like I still have a major connection to my like previous online presence. Because I just rebranded all of my like current socials.
Oh,
to,
are
like,
you a rebrand? I didn't know
VTuber.
that.
I'm basically a rebrand. Well, I mean, I made a new account like on Twitter for like, you know,
Can
VTubing and stuff. But like whenever you
know?
play like League with me, right? Like I still go by Hat.
Oh yeah. Wait,
Because I went by
was
Hat
known
for
as
10
Hat?
years.
Yeah, but wait,
by
were
Hat
you
for
known
10
as
years.
Hat on Twitter though? Were you known as
I
Hat?
do have an account on Twitter that is named Hat.
Yeah, were you specifically known?
I wasn't known in any capacity though, no.
Oh,
I just
okay.
have one.
So
I have an account
and
on
Zane,
Twitter.
Zane's always been Zane as far as at least as far as you go.
The other stuff that I did for background stuff, I wasn't the forefront, so like I didn't have a name that would have been like out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made
Everything
a
else is
major
just, like,
attempt to
background
tie my VTubing to my past life. That's why I went by Yuki Hatsu at first, because I wanted to add Hat into my name.
Mm.
But then I felt like it was a weird brand decision because of the whole like. I don't know if you remember, maybe this is also maybe a VTuber taboo in a way. It's like, do you remember
Uh-huh.
during that like time, maybe like 2 years ago or so, where everyone had this huge backlash about like Japanese names in VTubing?
Oh yeah.
Wait, I just got into VTubing, and I had people approach me about this, but I was just like, I don't what? No, let people like weebs have been around for Naru. Me and Naru are part Japanese, so we like. I'm not gonna speak for Naru, but,
Yeah, but
Naru,
I'm
you've experienced
not.
weebs long before VTubing was even around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. Going into like college and shit like that, and like being out in the public, there are people who are like out here being like, "Oh, I don't."
Desu.
Well, you guys can catch Zane in the next future podcast. He might sound like an AI robot, but don't worry about that. Anywho, I had people like walking up to me and stuff like that because like I would have like just straight Japanese like shirts on and stuff like that, and like I'd be like I'd introduce myself with my like English name and then my Japanese name when they spoke to me in Japanese. I'd be like, oh, hey, my name is blankety blank, and they'd be like, oh, my name is, and then they say the super name. I look at them and go, huh? Are you born it? I'd be like, are you born it? Like, it was super offensive at first, and like in retrospect, like I probably shouldn't have reacted that way, but I was just like really shell shocked, because if you're from Japan or like even Japanese, you know that it's super, 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 super rare to run into a non-Japanese person with a Japanese name. You are more likely to find a Japanese person with a white person's name.
Yeah.
Which
No, that's true.
super easy to find.
That is very, very
Than
true.
to run into a non-Japanese person with a Japanese name. And I would just look at them like, are you like a military baby? Are you from Japan? Like I'm sorry, I just want to understand. They're like, oh no, I've just shedded my blank name from this world, and I have rebranded to what my true feeling, my inner self is. I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
brother,
Yeah.
this guy.
Because some 13-year-old syndrome right here, okay?
Yeah. So like
Middle school
to me,
syndrome.
Middle
Yeah.
school
oh,
syndrome.
you guys call it middle school syndrome. We call it Chunibuyo. But anyways.
Yeah, but I don't want
Uh,
to say that because I'm not Asian.
Oh,
So I don't want
once
to use
again,
that.
Naru, back me up here. We don't give a fuck if you guys use our words.
Whoa,
and stuff
whoa,
like
whoa.
that.
Okay.
Do you
okay.
care?
No. I
Well, I'm
don't
gonna
care,
butcher
but I
it.
can't speak for everybody, right? Like, and this
Oh.
is where the controversy comes, because like if I say like I don't care, then everyone on Twitter is like, well, you don't speak for everybody. I'm like, whoa, okay, chill
Yeah, but
the
they can
fuck
suck
out.
a
you
dick.
know?
We're Japanese. we are literally Japanese people saying like, hey, if you guys want to name yourself Takahata, if you want to name yourself Takeshi Daido, if you want to name yourself fucking Negima or whatever, like, go for it, bro. Power
I
to
agree,
you. Guess what?
Power to you.
Like,
But
yeah.
you know, I just feel like everyone's gonna be like, wow, you're the reason why cultural appropriation exists. Like, Jesus Christ, my bad.
Hey,
player.
guys, what?
Like,
Guys, did you guys know? Sorry, actually, there's a great video. This is also another topic. I'll write this down. But cultural appropriation isn't necessarily a bad thing either. It means spread of your culture. And what is culture? There's a professor that brings about it. I don't know if you've seen the YouTube shorts. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea.
Like, he walks around and like culturally what people consider what the U.S. not the U.S. walks around and goes into like he goes to their native countries and like full like Chinese like ancient Chinese outfits, African Sudanese tribes and stuff like that, and he goes to all of them and fully decked out and he's like, hey, does my outfit offend you? And they're like, and every single one of them goes, no. What? This is awesome.
well, I
Like,
don't
thank you
think
for
that's
understanding
cultural
the accuracy.
appropriation, right? I think everyone's definition is different, which I think
I guess,
that's
yeah.
dumb in itself. That everybody has a different definition of it, right?
Yeah.
But
I would like it solidified so I don't say it wrong, but maybe I misunderstand what cultural appropriation is then.
yeah, I mean,
But yeah.
I think if it's not inappropriate, like I don't think someone wearing something like a yukata or something in the summertime, I don't think that's inappropriate.
Go
like,
for it,
you know
yeah.
what I
I've
mean?
gotten
Like,
the impression that when you go to like Japan and you do it, people were pretty
is-
happy about it because they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're celebrating our culture."
yeah.
I need to look up the word Okay, real fast, vulnerable moment.
Plus,
I
they
don't
have like
actually
a
know
lot
what
of
the word
places you could
appropriation
rent at,
means.
right?
Appropriation.
You can just go to Japan and like rent a yukata, right?
Yeah,
like
you
pretty
can.
easily.
Yeah. The action of taking
I
someone.
feel like it would be
something...
weird to be insulted by that if they have places like that. They wouldn't have those places then, right?
Okay, so
Yeah.
the word appropriation literally means the action of taking something for one's own use, typically without the owner's permission.
yes.
Like if you cut out the word
Sound like
without the owner's
copyright.
permission, it's not that bad.
Well, okay, so John Barry says cultural appropriation is generally when someone uses stuff from other cultures for the wrong reasons. And yeah, I
I think that's a better one. I
That's a
feel like
better
without-
way to
For the
describe
wrong
it.
reasons, then yes, obviously you have to be against it. Okay, fair.
I feel like applying the ownership to like somebody makes it really confusing. Because they're
But
like, well, that's like
anyway.
a group of people. It's not owned by one person. So it's how would I get permission?
Sorry. Anyways, I didn't mean to like draw this off, but like the 2 years ago situation where I had people approaching me, I was super confused about like why people would be like that. But I've always had people
No,
approaching me
I
like,
just
what do
wanted
you
to bring
think
it up
about?
because I think there was a time obviously like when VTubing was first like getting into more of the like the main. I don't know. I almost said mainframe, but I can't word
The
right now.
mainframe. Sorry, go ahead.
VTubing is entering the mainframe right now.
Yeah.
But when VTubing was getting more popular and like Hollow EN debut, like Hollow
Yeah.
EN and like all of them had like Japanese names, and so like that was my impression of VTubing before I started was Hollow EN.
Oh yeah.
And
Even
I'm
then,
not entirely sure all of them are Asian, so.
No.
But I think
as far
that's
as I'm
just
aware,
kind of
most of them aren't.
I think that's just kind of the branding choice that Hololive has decided on, you know.
Yeah.
But I had
I
never
think-
heard of like Iron Mouse or any of the like V Shoujo girls prior. Like I didn't even know there was
Zane?
like a big indie scene prior to that.
Zane is one of his friends. No, Zane is one. Zane.
Yeah, Zadie's the problem.
Zane is the problem. Zane is friends with one of the few, EN VTubers who I know speaks Japanese and actually is Japanese too, with a Japanese name and stuff like that. Natsumi.
Wait, what does that have to do? Wait, what?
Oh, I was just saying, like there are, but like, sorry,
He's
sorry.
name-dropping, dude.
I was gonna give Zane a chance to like say something. Oh yeah, I know that person.
He's
or something
just
like that.
Oh,
But, like, anyway.
Taboo name dropping. Okay. Audio.
Oh, wait, but
My
that's
point is,
actually a really good
for
one.
for
That
one
is.
of those, there's like 10 people who have no Japanese lineage. They have no like background in Japan. All they do is watch anime and stuff like that, and they just wanted to be. They just want a Japanese name because they sounded super cool, like Kuro
Okay, I'm gonna start
or
practicing my German.
Kurobane or like Hatsumiya.
There is a
It's
lot
like
of
a-
German VTubers as well that I see, or like the accent
like-
wise at least. I don't even know if they
Watashi
are
wa
actually German.
Albano.
I get along strangely well with like Germans because I lived there for a year, so I like assimilated very well.
But
And so people are always very confused. You're like, "You're American?" I'm like,
so
"What
so
do
2
you
years ago, was
mean?"
it taboo? If my understanding is right, 2 years ago, are you saying that it was taboo to talk about like the appropriation of Japanese names?
No, 2 years ago it became a very big hot topic on Twitter where a lot of VTubers were upset that other VTubers had Japanese names, and it was around the time where I decided to ditch my own Japanese name and rebrand Icy Sylvie.
Were the people that were upset, were they actually Japanese people? I have a question.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Well,
It
see,
could very well be some of them were, and it could very well be that some of them weren't.
Like-
because, you know, Twitter is just a cesspit
oh,
sometimes,
yeah,
right?
it's a lot
Like,
of them were
it's gonna
not.
get a lot of engagement to have a controversy of some sort anyway,
Yeah.
regardless of who the representing party is of that controversy.
Well,
Mhm.
Mono
Okay.
here, I call him Kissing Disease. Mono said the reaction is valid as fuck. Non-Japanese and Koreans having Japanese Korean names is wild, in my opinion. That's what he says.
Sorry, wait. He says,
Be quiet, Desune,
Oh no, we're losing our voice.
Yeah, like I said, I'm never gonna tell people that your opinion is wrong and shit like that. Like because it's
Oh, dude,
called
you
an
said my
opinion for a
opinion was wrong.
reason. Okay, my bad.
You're
Everybody
wrong.
except for Sylvie. Everybody except for Sylvie, you're allowed to have opinions. Sylvie, you stay in the basement where you belong.
Oh.
But no, I'm never gonna tell people that they don't have like the right to feel offended by that stuff. Like there are people who are very prideful in their heritage, very prideful in the land they come from. They come from an adage or like a very prideful. I come from a very ancient group of Japanese people who are samurai and stuff like that, and they're super proud. And I'm sitting here as like, yeah, no, fucking let the Americans, let the Canadians, let all those people like let them be as Japanese as they want. That honestly, like that's more prideful to me because now we're more famous. Like fuck it, yeah.
You know, and that's how we all know, everyone, that Audius 2 is the problem.
I am the problem. I
Case
I am the
and
problem.
point. Example
I'm
A.
just- I'm the supporter of weebs until you start talking to me in weebism, and then your body's gone.
Then it gets weird. Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
then it
don't
get-
enjoy when they're just like, "Hey, man," like, and they just start speaking.
When it gets
ugh.
cringy, there's a difference between
yeah.
Appreciate
They
the
only
culture.
have like
Depends on how far they
3 like
push it.
phrases of Japanese.
I
that
think
they've
I
ever
think it was
used.
your chatter shark said it best. It's culture appreciation that we like, not appropriation.
As long as
Yes.
it's not like in the intent of harm, and you're just like celebrating something or doing, some kind of like happy moment, I feel like that would be more acceptable.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Wait, is it am I low?
No. I was drinking and my brain was
Oh.
Topeka. So I just-
I'm saying like as
The
long as it's
alcohol's
not
kicking.
intent to harm or intent to like disrespect, right? And it's all it
Oh,
is like to be good or to celebrate something and to help celebrate that. I feel like it should be okay.
Yes,
Or at
yes.
least better.
I agree with that. Sorry, my brain was not functioning when you said it the first time. No, yeah.
Normally, when you eat, your brain doesn't usually activate as strongly.
You eat
Is
your
this
brain.
science?
Yeah, it's weird, actually.
Is it Sylvie sitting in front of a plate with her own fucking brain, her own gray matter sitting there?
Oh
Yeah, that's
man.
something about like your brain doesn't like multitask very well, and when you're eating, your brain shuts down a little bit.
Oh my god. I don't
I
want
don't
to
know
get
if
into
it
that.
takes effects when you're drinking though.
I never want to get in the topic of multitasking again, but I had somebody look me in the eye in real life and go, "Yeah, you stupid idiot. There's no your brain can't multitask. There's no such thing as multitasking. It's a made-up word. Your brain can't handle more than one task at once." I was like, "You stupid
Well, your
idiot."
brain actually switches between tasks really quickly. That's
I
the
mean, it's
actually of
the-
this statement.
That's like saying that you can't
Actually.
move both your legs at the same time.
Oh my god, you're right.
I think what's more interesting of us, if you're gonna talk about that kind of brain stuff, is that I was telling my friend the other day, because she was trying to talk to me, and I was like, wait. I'm trying to like read out what I'm typing right now, because I'm typing to somebody. And she was like, wait, you actually verbalize to yourself while you type?
Hell yeah.
And I was like, yeah, how else do I type? And she's like, I don't do that. And I was like,
Brains are different every way, guys.
how?
Not to go too far off. Zane and Naru, do any of you guys have a VTuber taboo?
Well, Zane, do you want to go first? I don't want to.
You go
I was gonna
No,
actually.
you go ahead.
Okay, I think this is like a pretty common VTuber / streamer like taboo, but like advertising your content on someone else's stream when it's like unwarranted. Right? Like so right
Oh.
now we're in this podcast
Reminds
and
me of a
chilling.
Twitter post.
But like
Yeah.
imagine like Stuff Shark right now was just like, hey guys, I'm streaming right now too.
I'm
No. Sure, I gotta be more subtle about it. They'd be like,
Yeah,
hey
yeah,
guys, I gotta go, because I'm gonna start streaming soon.
Oh yeah.
or
that
better
too.
yet, or better yet, he'd be like, "Oh, if only you guys saw my facial expression on my stream right now when they said that, like the thing about the Japanese people." And I'm like, "Whoa, he's streaming our
Wow.
content while he's streaming."
I don't feel
and
like people are
promoting
that
his stream.
blatant.
No, they're probably not.
No, people do it, dude. I see it happen all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time. People are like,
Oh,
"Hey, I'm streaming right now," and then like they
Yeah,
automatically
people
get
are always
banned.
more subtle
Like,
to me about it. They're like, I
Yeah.
gotta go because I need to stream. I need to start my stream soon. I'm like, okay.
I feel
Ugh.
bad when I do that, but I did that today because somebody's just like,
I
somebody
feel like
was
it's okay if it's a streamer that I know because I
Yeah,
advertise
okay,
them
fair,
already
fair.
on my
That-
channel.
I
Like
still feel-
if
do you feel
like if
good
Audio
about
came
it,
to my
though?
channel and he said that to me, he's like, I gotta go now because I gotta start my stream soon. I'd probably shout you out and be like, okay, bye.
Oh yeah, see, and I would do the same. But like, does Zane and Naru, would you guys feel bad if you had to do that, or if somebody did that to you, like somebody, even a friend?
I never do it.
I've-
Not even to friends. I just think it's
Yeah.
like
I
weird.
wouldn't either.
I just think
I've
it's
had
fucking
people
weird.
do it.
Yeah.
I feel
it's
weird
funny.
doing it, but like, like, what if you're getting cross-examined? Like,
I feel
for
like
example,
you need to know
somebody's
the
like,
context of your friendship
Yeah.
with them.
fair, yeah. I had somebody, they're like, oh, come join. Like, she calls me all the time at work, or like when I'm in the streets and like, she just like randomly calls me all the time. She's like, you want to play, League? And I'm just
I
like,
know exactly who you're talking about.
you know exactly what I'm talking about. But like, so today she was just like, she was very adamant. She's like, do you want to play some Nexus Blitz? You should come join some Nexus Blitz. I was like, maybe I have time for one. And she's like, what are you doing later? Why can't you join for more? You mean 10? I was like, I gotta do a podcast. I can't. I have to have brain cells.
I can't believe you advertised the podcast to her like that. That is
That's
so
ridiculous.
cringe.
Yeah, is that cringe?
No, it's not cringe. In that case, it's fine because she asked you like, "What are you doing later?" But
Yeah,
if
okay,
I
okay.
was just like, "Hey everyone,
Stop.
I'm going to go stream now." Hey, by the way, I'm streaming later. By the way, at 5 p.m. PST. Just so you know, there's gonna be a stream, and it's mine on my channel, Narunini.
My
Like,
eye.
okay, nobody fucking asked you, loser. Like,
Oh my
off.
god.
oh,
I
When
mean,
you
I,
guys
guess
said
I
that-
was more going at the
When you
question
guys
of
said it was
like,
cringe, I actually thought you were being serious, and my heart stopped. It was like, oh my god, was
Okay.
that bad? I freaked out. Oh
I
my
guess it's a
god.
question of how much information you want to volunteer, right? Like,
Yeah.
if somebody's like, "Hey, can you do this later?" and you're like, "Nah, I'm busy," or like you're like, "Nah, I'm busy. I'm doing this," and it happens to be streaming.
I think that's
Wait,
also still.
Does
You
it
could just
fall
leave
into
it.
self-advertising at that point?
I think so. I just think like they don't need to know what you're doing. Like, no, I'm busy. I'm going.
I
Bye.
almost like wonder,
You know?
like if it's not, if you're like not on somebody's channel, is it really self-advertising? You're just kind of telling your friend, you're like, yeah, this is what
If
I'm
you're
doing.
not, if
Yeah,
you're
if
not
you're-
live on
yeah.
somebody's stream, it's not self-advertising. That's
Exactly.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're just,
Yeah,
if
that's-
it's just like in a conversation, it's fine. But I'm talking about like if someone, because I see this happen all the time. Like if I or someone else is streaming and someone's like, hey, you know, like even if, so Neon said it best. Like I think if a viewer is also saying that they're going to watch another streamer, even if you know them, it's still bad practice. I agree, right? Like it's just like whenever someone is live and the other person is just like, hey, I'm gonna go watch this person stream, or like, hey, I'm gonna go live. Like, okay, and like,
feel like I've,
do you want a
I've-
cookie, a
I've-
prize? Like,
No, the grossest people who have done that though.
I think
are
it
people, like,
matters
have
more
you ever
for
seen a
people you
first-time
don't
chatter
know.
do that?
Yeah, first-time chatters are weird.
I've never
But, like,
had. I haven't been lucky not to have like really gross people like that appear on my channel. But maybe it's just my size is just way too small that people don't give a fuck. But
I
I've
feel
seen it in
guilty.
people's channels where they do that.
yeah, it happens a lot.
Have you ever like, actively encouraged somebody to self-advertise on your channel? Like, I'll like actively ask certain viewers that like I know are streamers as well that I share community with to like tell me what they did last stream.
That's fine.
I will actively ask them, and I'm basically
Yeah.
being like, "Hey, please promote yourself on my channel because I want more people to watch you."
I guess I should
Oh, you want me to promote
clarify.
myself more often when I pop out?
Yeah, it's
well,
just
if
like
I
when
ever
it's
ask you what you
unwarranted.
were doing, I'm actively being like, "Please promote yourself," because
When
I
people
don't
tell me
know.
to promote myself, I get cursed. I'm just like,
This
oh,
is
I
maybe a
was-
streaming taboo and a
licking
VTuber taboo
toes.
we can bring up later. Is that do you remember the controversy over having clips play on channels when
Oh
shoutouts
yeah,
happened?
I remember. It was super split. Yeah.
I do remember
It's not
that,
a taboo. It's just not. It's not enough to be a taboo. But I do remember the controversy because people are stupid.
Yeah.
I wound up
yeah.
dropping it because of people didn't like them, but I used to like them because I thought it was a good opportunity for me to advertise their channels, and I was really
Yeah.
disappointed to let them go. But a lot of people
Me
were
and-
uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
You and I had a long conversation. I want to say it was almost like 2 hours worth of a conversation, Sylvia, about this.
I was
and
really
that
sad about it.
specifically, Yeah.
I was
'Cause
like,
you-
this is such a good opportunity to show like my viewers how cool I think this person
Sylvia
is.
was torn whether or not she should remove it from her thing. So she called me, or I think she called me and asked me, "Is like, what are
Yeah.
your feelings about this?" Like, I mean, it's neither here nor there. It's both a good thing and a bad thing. I don't know.
I want to be
had-
respectful.
Oh, actually, it's super crazy you bring that. I just realized this. I had somebody call me out on their stream. It's like every time I play one of your clips, it's somebody else talking. I was like, yeah, I guess. I don't know what to say. I was flabbergasted and I had no idea how to react.
That's ridiculous, dude. I
And
don't
they're not wrong. They're not wrong. A lot of my clips are other people doing stupid shit.
Dodge.
I'm a dumbass. There's nothing clippable about that.
Zane.
I wanna redirect. Do you think there are things that are VTuber taboos that aren't streaming taboos in general, like for cam streamers?
Oh.
Like, do you think we experience
Oh.
taboos that normal streamers don't?
For VTubers, there are a
Mm.
lot. Like VTubers
VTubers.
can't
Yeah,
talk
for
about
VTubers.
Yeah, VTubers can't talk about religion or actually can't talk about politics. There are legitimate dedicated streamers that are dedicated 100% to the politics.
Maybe it's like a good question for people.
You can't
who are,
talk
like,
about
'cause I know you guys were both like real cam streamers before, like
Mhm.
things that you're like, I'm absolutely uncomfortable doing this now that I'm a VTuber.
I mean, like,
It's hard.
I don't think you can't talk about politics as a VTuber because I see mixed reviews on Twitter all the time, to be honest. I see mixed reviews on everything. Like, some people are like, you
Yeah.
should talk about politics as a VTuber, and then people are like, well, I want to have my immersion to my favorite anime person, right?
There-
So,
People's
goes both ways.
excuses are like, oh yeah, I want to keep my community safe, shit like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I
I am
mean,
not on the side of
it's
like
a
protecting.
comfortability thing. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And then I can get behind.
Yeah, I understand that. Because if you're not informed on a lot of topics, which I'll say it, like, I'm very not informed on a lot of
Yeah.
topics, so like
Yeah,
that's why I say no
would
politics.
not like to talk because
Yeah.
like, if I don't know it, I'm not gonna talk out of my ass just
Mhm.
to try and include myself. It
Mhm.
shouldn't.
That's fine. Yeah.
I have the
But,
same
like,
stance.
The
I
difference
feel like I
between
need to research things before talking about them.
Mm-hmm.
But the point of a taboo is that it's not just like you don't know about it, it's that you will ban anybody with the knowledge of talking about it, or you will ostracize somebody from talking about it and stuff like that. That's what makes a taboo. A taboo is like, oh, I don't want to like, if somebody like, oh, perfect one is, remember when we were talking about the pedophilia and stuff like that, the like the groomers and stuff like that and all that nonsense? Remember how there were people that was like, I am so sick of this topic. I no longer want to talk about this. If you want to bring up this topic, whether or not you're against or for or whatever, blah, 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 like whatever they said. It was like, don't associate yourself with me anymore. People would literally ostracize anybody who was trying to bring awareness to the topic after it got like.
True.
That's true. I do see that a lot.
I don't want to say the word worn out because it's bullshit to consider a topic of legitimate health and safety a worn out topic. You cannot wear out safety. That's stupid.
I would like to present the argument that it is a conflict of interest in sense of I think some people spend their time VTubing and online in general as an escape method, and they definitely don't want to talk about like real hard issues, and that's why they don't want to talk about it. Whereas some people are like, you know, I want to be more of the influencer route, and I want to use this as an opportunity to enlighten people and encourage more progress in that kind of matter.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's valid.
That's valid.
Yeah. I can't say anything against that. If it's for your own like I guess the only thing you can do is argue, is escapism healthy and is it proper, or is escapism an offense in its own self? Because like, you know what they say about like ignorance.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, here you go. This is my. I don't think ignorance is bliss.
What is ignorance, if you don't mind me asking?
Like just staying completely, like like escapism. Like I don't want to know about any of this. I la 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 land.
It's okay to be knowledgeable and not say anything though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like if you are well informed but you choose to be quiet or silent on that.
But then you're not ignorant about it. You know what I mean? That's why I say ignorance is not bliss.
So what would you replace the phrase with, Naru?
Well, I don't. Whoa. Let me think on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I'm legitimately curious about, because like ignorance is something. The phrase ignorance is bliss is a double-edged sword of both like good and bad. It's an insult. It's an insult covered by a compliment.
I actually
like
agree with that. Yeah, like I do think in a sense like ignorance can be bliss, because if you just want to run away from everything, like that's your prerogative, right? Like you just don't want to know.
That's anime in a whole, in my idea. I love anime. I have I have my own like thing about like talking about anime, and I wanted to be an anime VTuber or YouTuber and stuff like that.
Sorry.
I think I'm getting slightly too drunk because my friend sent me a picture of their fish, and I was like, oh my fish.
I should send you pictures. So you're telling me I should send you pictures of my koi fish?
Oh, you sent me. I love talking about fish.
Okay, we'll talk about this another day. We'll talk about this off stream, buddy. But yeah, I wanted to be all that stuff, but like at the same time, I'm so Naru, you and I have gone on long discussions about like being realistic human beings and stuff like that. That I'm just too informed, and I've spent too much time looking outside my window at everything in the world that I can't escape from reality. At the end of the day, it's like, oh, this is a great feel-good movie and stuff like that. However, there's literally nothing grounded in reality, and all this, like its message in general, is a bunch of poppycock.
Yeah, I mean, I always tell people my favorite movie is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and they're like, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
like,
whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's everyone's reaction. They're like, Jesus, who are you?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
2004, right?
2002. 2002.
Oh, fuck. Wow. Yeah, it was with Jim Carrey and
Kate
Kirsten
Winslet.
Dunst.
No. Oh, yeah, and she was in it too. Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, no, that was a powerful cast.
Oh,
Damn.
it was such a good movie.
Oh my God. I'm not surprised. I'm gonna be the first one to say I'm not surprised. It's just like it was not the first. It would never be. It's not even the first like 50 things I would say would be your favorite. But I am not surprised.
Yeah. I like Night Fury 1801's question. Oh my God, I almost. I could not. Reading that was hard. Question: what if the topic arises and you say your point of view / stating facts, and the chat immediately turns against you just because they disagree? Well then, like, fuck my chat, I guess. Like, I just think it's crazy when people don't hear somebody, unless it's like completely wrong. Like,
say that about them.
How do you define? How do you describe completely wrong?
Like,
yeah, don't let Naru insult you.
I wasn't insulting them. I mean, like, if I said, okay, and don't clip this out of context, you motherfuckers, but if I was like, well, I'm a pedo and I disagree, right? Like, that's just crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I like to diddle little kids. You know what I mean? Like, huh? Like, in that case, it's just, like, completely wrong, right? So, don't clip that! Oh, my God. listen, okay. So
I'm
like,
literally the hunt emote right now. Too. I'm like, oh.
but like people will take that to their grave
I'm
and
like, I'm
argue it.
I heard like parts of this conversation. I'm just like, wait a second,
Oh
no.
my
everybody returning from the lurking because their ears got keyed into the
Yeah,
most
they're
off the
like,
dome
"Wait,
shit
huh?"
ever.
Yeah, but that's what I
it.
mean, right? Like I would say that's like completely wrong, right? So like if
Yeah,
I said
okay.
something like that, and of course like chat's freaking out right now, but like if they didn't freak out, I'd be concerned, you know?
Okay, but I feel like that's such an extreme that the
Rioting
odds
right
of that
now.
happening are so low versus the ones that are arguable. Like Naru, if you said something like super crazy or something like that, it's like, oh, people need to speak up. People need to confront their feelings more often than letting it bottle inside them and just cutting off the heads of their friendships and stuff like that. I'd be like, well, that's a good topic to debate. If your chat said like that's a dumb opinion, I would be like, yeah, I can understand them being on board with that. How do you approach them if it's like, if they're like, oh, we think that you want to kill off your friendship, this is like completely hypothetical, but if like people are like, oh, you want to kill off your friendships over a disagreement and you don't actually tell them that you had a disagreement, and this is totally made up because Nara would always tell somebody.
Yeah.
Nara would always confront you if you said something fucked up and she's like, hey, this hurt my feelings, you said this.
That's true.
But like if your chat said like, wow, you want to kill off your friendships, that's just like, if they all just called you out and just like, yeah, that's wrong of you, like that's not right, like how would you approach them?
I'd ask them why.
And that's healthy.
A healthy adult conversation in this day and age? Fuck you.
What would you do, Zane, bro? Would you fist them? Oh wait, no, wait, that came out
Oh,
wrong.
I mean, shit. That's what they're into. I mean, no, I think it's just being able to be an adult, and I think a lot of people grew up because, like, I think we're getting to the point where everyone gets reward people are now adults, right? Where even if you went in 7th place or 16th place, you still got a gold star. And in those cases, I think that formulates everything to be like, well, I'll win no matter what, and so I'll still conversate about things that I don't know about, and therefore I'll get a gold sticker or something. I don't know. I think everyone's trying to win at things that they don't need to win at.
Are you never gonna give me a gold sticker?
No, you
I'll
fucking
give you a
loser.
golden cock ring. How about that?
Oh. Well, win's a win, I guess, right? Everyone wins!
Wait, did Zane just say cock ring? Or am I
No, I
that
did
drunk?
not.
Oh.
Yay, so big!
I'm gonna get some water. I'm sorry. I need to go.
Yo.
I am so gone right now. Like,
Oh my
holy
God.
crap.
Yo, actually, good. We haven't
I
done
gave you a
we have-
topic though. I don't know.
We
if you
haven't
wanna
done
talk
hot take
about-
shots this episode.
Oh, hot take shots. Yes,
Hot
yes,
take
yes.
shots. Wow.
I do want
We've
to
had a-
address something that Night Fury. Oh my god, I can't speak. Night
Night Fury.
Yeah, I'll just call you Night Fury, okay? They said that's the thing. Debate and normal chatting is fine, but when someone, in the case of the example is chat, doesn't agree, they take that opportunity for conversation and turn it into an argument. Some people just want to argue. Like, I kind of want to
Yeah.
do that
Oh,
sometimes.
God,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie.
I think arguments are good though. Like
Why
healthy
not
arguments
ripping
are
to me on
very
Twitter?
good.
So, how do you guys? Because this is a legitimate question. Because I'm very bullheaded, and it's not a rarity to know. I'm gonna kill you in your sleep tonight.
Sorry, go
I'm
ahead,
trying
yeah.
really
With a
hard not to
pillow-
like spit my
With
drink
a
out, thank
pillow
you.
and hugs.
Wow.
I'm gonna smother you
Oh.
till you're not wiggling around anymore. Can't wait.
You know, smothering seems like okay.
Yeah, no, it's actually horrifying. But anyways,
Well, maybe I'll be asleep for it. It'll be
no,
okay.
you wake up. It's crazy. It's awful. Anyways, don't worry about
Why
it.
do you know that?
Don't worry about it. I said. Anyways, oh fuck. I'm now tipsy. And the point of like I forgot.
Yo,
I
I'm
had a
like
point to
straight
this
out just
conversation.
drunk.
I said.
Literally
I'm
thought Zane said cock ring, and I was like, "Whoa, Dave, you're into some spicy stuff."
Hi,
Oh
hi,
my God,
hello,
I don't even
hello,
know this man anymore.
Hello, stupid shark. I don't even know how that name is, but I'm very bullheaded and I see things in a one dimension very often, even though I'm actively trying to step outside of it because one of my general beliefs is
Bullheaded, or are you stubborn?
I'm bullheaded and stubborn. But the problem is I'm always trying to remind myself, step out of the box and look at it from a different point of view. I don't always do it, but I try to. But how do you guys perceive situations where you just need to step outside the box instead of being like, if somebody's not if like so as you said, you want to argue sometimes. How do you separate a healthy argument or like a valuable an argument that has validation behind it and what just is we define as a toxic argument? How do you separate the two?
Boundaries.
Yes.
What are those boundaries?
So start talking.
Hello?
Just say a sentence. Just say a sentence.
There's
no,
no
you're
there's
just
no
fucking
no no
wrong.
no.
Shut the fuck up. There you go. Right? Like that's, I would say, like an unhealthy argument.
You know what
This
else?
is
An
about, this is
argument
about
right
my
now.
usual
Okay.
conversations with Nara.
I got an argument I want to start right now.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. That one morning that I woke up and I went to go wake up Naru.
Nara, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw some hands.
Okay.
Why are we in the just chatting category instead of the podcast category?
Oh, that's a good
Yo,
question.
that's
I wish-
right. You
I'm-
call
I'm-
it.
Listen,
call
I'm
it
testing
out.
out the categories because sometimes
No,
you're
no,
chatting
you know
with
what?
a
You know what?
barrier.
No, 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 no.
Podcast
You know what?
category.
Hey. Naru, I got your back here. Producer son, where
Whoa,
are you?
whoa, whoa!
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Producer, he's leaving us forever now.
Oh.
Just shouting to me. Hey, have you seen Dion? Dion, see? You called Dion up, and he says, "Okay, guess what?"
No, he said just chatting should be better.
Yeah, I know. That's
changed
what I
my
said. Exactly. You call him up, and he's like, "Hey."
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, he stood by it.
I guess it's a question of you would be higher in the directory on the podcast category, but do you think there is more exposure in the chatting directory?
Yes, that is the reason why I usually put it in just chatting because there's more exposure there. But you know, I changed
It's
this.
super saturated,
But
though.
don't you? But don't
is
you have to
super
fight
saturated.
more people?
There's
But
way more
more-
people in the chatting directory.
Yes,
More
that's why I said you have to
times
fight more
than
people.
not, or maybe I should
Uh-huh.
say more often than not, I notice that every time I put myself in just chatting, there's always someone new with the first message that's like, "Hi."
Oh.
Than when
Hi.
I'm in talk shows and
me.
podcasts.
You know
Okay.
what? Maybe we can consider this next year. We can have an experiment. When I host when I host the podcast, I'm gonna put us in podcast.
I
going,
changed it.
Brandon,
I
let's
changed
go.
it. So we'll see.
To
we
be
will see.
fair, I can see that working because you go into just chatting only, and you've never been in a podcast, Sylvie. So if somebody saw your name in just chatting, and they recognize your name at all, they'd be like, "This is very unusual. I am interested."
Mm-hmm.
So at the very least, it would get anybody that follows you to be interested.
Time to have a podcast topic about degeneracy. Okay.
About degenerates, you said?
We're
Yes,
fucked.
we will have a very controversial topic about like the
Down bad.
sexual nature of VTubers.
Oh,
All right.
Ro,
We
let
can
me
do
write
that
down.
for one of your segments. For yours.
Yeah,
then.
it will be very.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about it because I don't want to be.
Oh.
I don't want to actually step on toes.
we might actually get shit.
Well, you guys don't want to step on toes. You're on the wrong.
Okay,
podcast.
This is the perfect time
Look,
for us
look,
to
look,
step
look.
on toes and get stepped
Yeah,
on with
yeah.
toes, okay? That's
Wait,
spicy.
hey,
We gotta
I
talk.
knew she was into this. I knew she was into this kind of shit. Oh!
You know what? I'm just gonna get into it later. Like this is not for now.
No, yeah, this is a
I
definitely
have
good
a
one.
variety of opinions on the topic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you
Let's
that.
go.
No, we can have a full top. No, we almost got into a full.
I
top.
will
I will
honestly be
obviously,
scared
I
to
will
talk about
obviously,
things.
No,
I'm
we shouldn't be
obviously
scared.
gonna,
Yeah.
like, make myself like safe. I actively respect my friends that are in that field more than I am, but
I am still helping people.
I have some opinions
grow
still
their
anyway.
brand in the NSFW sphere, so
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna be
have
like,
any
against them.
problem with it or anything. It's just that I
But-
have some opinions on it. It would be
Hot take.
like having opinions on like other
Oh,
industries,
we're
you
taking a
know?
hot take shot.
There we
What?
go.
We're doing hot take shots.
Hot take shots.
I would like one round of everybody's hot take on the ability to speak
Bro, I'm
about
too drunk
religion.
to take more shots.
Then you can take a hot take sip. We'll let you baby this in because apparently you just knowing Sylvie just pounds away. By the way, she
I am.
literally
This
go,
is drink is
Any
like almost gone.
pounders? Hey, yo.
Getting pound. Okay, I don't.
Hey,
Anyway,
yo.
anyways.
During any
Anyway.
time where I'm not talking, I'm actively drinking. I get like bored. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, what
no.
if my mouth was doing something right now? I could be drinking, so I'll drink.
Oh.
Hey,
Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
80 pounders,
yeah,
80
what
busy
you about
mouths.
doing there, huh?
And we about to. So, what's your hot take about religion and streaming? I want a legitimate hot take. Not some pussyfooty shit.
What does that mean though?
in
Okay,
streaming in general.
my. Okay, here's my hot take.
Oh, here
my
he goes.
belief is that I don't give a fuck if you are against the ability to talk about religion, if you are for religion and stuff like that. The only thing I give a fuck about is if you're stuffing it down my throat, because I'm already a walking contradiction, and I be what I motherfucking want to be.
Yeah, but then
if
how
somebody
is
wants
that
to,
a hot take? A hot take is
Oh,
like,
you're
I
right.
hate Christianity and Christians are stupid. There
You're
you
right,
go.
you're
Clip
right.
it. Okay?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I don't think so. I don't actually
Oh,
think
you want
that's
my
a
hot
Okay,
take?
you know what? No, here. You know what? Fine. I got you.
Oh, you're
I
gonna
got you.
get
I
me
got you.
canceled though.
Go
I'll-
ahead! Get canceled!
I'll
Let's
get
go!
Cancel.
Southern
Yo.
Christians are some of the most racist mother truckers.
Oh,
wait, what?
now
I'm
that,
sorry. What?
that's a
That is
hot
my
take.
personal
Okay.
experience being a
Okay,
Southern
that
Christian
is-
previously.
There
That
you
is
go.
a hot take.
That's an
You
actual
know
It's
what?
a
hot
very
take,
hot
though.
take.
Yeah, that's an actual hot take. There you go. Thank you,
Okay.
Sylvie. Thank you.
Is my okay?
You
My
have
hottest take is
lukewarm
that.
takes.
Okay, like I'm
All
sorry.
right, fine. Here, how about this? It's not a take. It's actually a statement. How about if I give you a really crazy statement
Go
that gets me
ahead. Go
attacked?
ahead.
All right. Will this count? I am a Buddhist Christian. No. I know you here and you might think, oh, Japanese Christian. No. I am one who believes in 50% Christianity and 50% Buddhism.
Okay, how is that still a hot take?
I don't know. I get attacked. I get physically attacked. I have had some crazy ass woman pull my hair because I said that once. Yeah,
I will
I was in
actually
church.
express my religion in streams if people ask
Okay.
me. Is that I always tell people is that I grew up extremely Catholic growing up, right?
Yeah.
And I experienced so much abuse in the space, you know? Like
That's
I
what
literally had friends who got diddled by priests. Like I'm not even freaking kidding. So like I have very strong negative opinions towards religion, unfortunately, because like I mean I don't know how you get past that, frankly. Like yo, if your friend gets sexually abused, I don't know if you can like come back from that. Personally, it's my opinion, but I'm always of the opinion that I'm like obviously very like atheist now, but
Yeah.
you can have a, in my opinion, Christian mindset without shoving it down people's throats, right? Where you're
No, I
like, I
believe.
support these kind of things, and this is the kind of stuff that I want to do, you know, to express the cause in a better way, you know.
I don't think
But
there's.
there ain't nothing like Southern freaking Christians sometimes for racism. I swear to God. I had
I
a
clearly
separate
haven't experienced enough of
conversation
them.
about this like yesterday with my friend because I'll bring it up very directly. Is that someone in my community said something kind of racist, and I was like, I had to talk to her later, and I was like, I'm gonna warn him, right? But I'm also gonna put this in the context of like he's a Southern Christian. He's fucking dumb. I'm sorry. Because they say some really rude things to your face sometimes.
You know,
I have never experienced so much like blatant racism as I have from Christians.
even Call of
in
Duty?
South. In the South. I am very
Oh.
specifically saying in the South, okay? Because
Okay,
I never
okay.
like I moved. So you have to keep in context. I moved around a lot in my life, right? So I moved from
Yeah.
the South. I moved north. I moved to the Midwest. I moved freaking across the ocean to Europe. I moved back, and then I moved back again to the South. It's just the South. Like Christians in the North are not nearly that rude.
my
got
mother's
ya.
my sister.
It's
My
so
mother,
weird.
my sister, being I'm a trucker.
It is the Bible, though.
To be fair, I mean, like,
But that's why I like
sadly-
don't like to talk about Christianity or any kind of religion and stuff because it's like, look, religion is a personal choice. I know it affects your decisions in life and stuff like that, but I really don't care as long as you're not being a dick.
Listen, religion is both one of the best bonds that mankind has ever invented. I'm gonna say invented. There's my hot take. The word invented. Religion is invented. Suck a dick. I don't care.
I
Anyways,
believe religion is a early form of government in a community.
could be. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. But it's one of the greatest
I think
things that
is-
were
which
ever
makes it
invented,
good
but
and
also
bad,
the
you know?
worst. Yeah.
I mean, like
More wars
I
have been
always
fought
hear
through
like
religion, guys. Anyways,
like you think about it, like if you don't have any like family or anything, like you can build some really strong bonds with people in churches. With like there's like a lot more like non-denominational churches that are like big now, right?
Yeah.
So
I think it's
it's like really, I know quite a few people that are also in like very heavily involved in those things, and they enjoy them a lot, and they feel a lot happier with their lives because they have connections that
Yeah.
they value.
take your sip, Sylvie. Naru, James.
I'm so
what's
wasted though.
What's your hot takes? Take shots,
I'll
hot take
make
shots.
Zane go first.
It's one of those situations I'm not educated enough to speak.
That's why
No,
it's a
no,
hot
not
take.
no. Just give us a hot take. Sylvie gave us hers.
Oh,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
hot take.
A hot take.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Sorry, why don't you go first? Give him some time to think about it.
Oh.
I think content creators are some of the stupidest fucking people to exist.
What does that have to do with religion?
Wait, what? No, I'm just giving my hot take in general.
Oh, it's just a hot take? Oh,
You just
okay.
said hot takes. Like, give your hot take. So that's my hot take.
Okay. You know what? Valid. Never mind. Okay. I fucking have a billion hot takes at that point. I thought we were just keeping it religion.
No, I just think
Anyways.
content creators are just, and I think there should be a very big differentiator between content creators and influencers, but a lot of content creators just want to call themselves like influencers now, and it's just, all of it is bad. I just think content creators are fucking stupid, and I don't think a lot of them should be.
Do you believe that it's a propagation due to the fact that people are getting into content creation before they're even adults, and also they're dropping out of colleges and high schools to become full-fledged content creators?
I
Show
don't.
Speed for being an example.
Yeah, I don't think dropping out of school is the reason. Like, going to school doesn't make you intelligent. Okay, I'm a
No.
firm believer in that.
It is a helping factor.
It is a helping factor, but there's a lot of people that were in my master's program that were fucking stupid. So like,
Yeah.
So I don't think schooling has really anything to do with it, but maybe perhaps it's just people jumping into the sphere without like informing themselves on like basic etiquettes of like being a human being, and just like having
Yeah.
general respect for other people. So, yeah.
Can I ask one more question about, not to draw it too off topic, but I really am really interested in this thought. What are your, sorry, I need to figure out how to word this properly, but what are your thoughts then in that situation about do you think that there's a direct connection between social media content creators and being horrible people and trends? Do you think trends do you think trends basically create these horrible personalities and horrible human beings, and like mutate personalities to the point that they become horrible people, or were they horrible people to begin with? Kind of like the chicken and the egg.
Yeah, I see what you're saying here. I think they're just horrible people to begin with. Like, if someone wants to jump in on a trend that's like fucking taking a shit on like random strangers, like that, you were just always fucking weird, So I do think trends definitely bring out the toxicity in people, but I think those people were toxic to begin with. So yeah. Zane, hot take?
Hot take. Any hot take. It doesn't have to be about religion.
Are we? So this is just any hot dog. It's not
Yeah.
about, like what we originally.
I made a
were going to do.
mistake.
Like no.
Yeah, no,
taboo?
just any. This is just your hot take time. He's like, I didn't prepare for this.
Hot take.
If anything, you should have more hot take options now.
I should.
I guess my other hot take is that I also hate that people expect content creators to be like perfect people. Like, if someone's a content creator, they should have never done any bad ever in their life.
What
Like,
a shitty person.
Nah, give me, man. If I fucking find a viewer who thinks that we're like perfect human beings, like I'm
I
sorry.
like to believe
but,
I'm the most average person possible.
I used to think I was the most average. I'm still in the process of accepting that I might not be the most average person possible, but I thought I was for the longest time. Like,
Everyone is
legitimately.
average in their own context.
I was
whatever.
like, my height is average, my blood type is average, my freaking eating habits are average.
I'm tall as
my,
heck, mother trucker.
my PP is average.
I was gonna say that one, but I didn't want to say it before he did.
massive.
my PP is average.
I'm gonna start stepping on my viewers because I'm so tall.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
As
Shawty.
you should.
Oh my god.
Sorry, my bad, shorty. I
Tall viewers
mispronounced
still
the word.
insult me. They're like, "Oh my god, you're so short," and I'm like, "Bitch, you're freaking like 6'3". Fuck, shut the fuck up. You're a freak. Get out of here. How dare you?
That's how you know. Oh my god, my experiences with actually VT or TV. Calling anybody that's above 5'7" a freak of nature. Oh my god. Y'all
They come up to me and they're like, "Oh my god, you're so short." I'm like, I'm like the average height for men as a woman. Like, what do you mean I'm short? I'm literally
really?
like the
Oh.
same height as like most of your friends.
Well,
You're
then
the
you're
freak
fine.
here. Get out of here.
That's just people. That's just people trying to pick a fight to pick a fight. That's all nonsense.
I'm like, I'll pick a fight with you if you pick a fight with me. Let's go.
Now she
Zane,
wants to
you're-
pick a fight. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
you're talking
Nara,
about-
why didn't you come
Naru,
visit me
Naru,
so I can
yeah.
step on you in person?
Hey, let's go. huh?
Wait,
Let's
didn't
go.
you guys? Aren't you guys? Wait, weren't you guys supposed to meet?
Yeah, we
How dare
didn't
you
get
get
to.
COVID?
We didn't get to. I was sicky,
Oh,
Why didn't you bring COVID to me? I could have taken off work.
sicky. She said, "Spit in my mouth, huh?"
Spit in my mouth. Come on, come here.
Hey, yo.
Come here, baby girl. Let's spit in my mouth.
Hey, yo, what's up, girl?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's like,
hey.
you want to switch places with me, buddy? Hey.
Yeah.
Wait, you
I'm
want
not-
to
I'm
go
not
over
done
there?
Yeah.
Stay
Naru,
taking notes.
can
Get
you-
out of here.
Man, you guys
What?
are always talking about sucking each other peepees, okay? How come Sylvia and I can't have a moment, huh?
Whoa! Hey, Zayd, have we ever talked about sucking each other's peepees?
Never.
What
never,
the
never.
hell? All men do
That's
is
crazy.
lie.
How long have you been
no.
friends?
We talk about nakedly grappling each
How long
other
have you
and then
been
fondling each
friends,
other's
though?
booty cheeks.
There you
Huh?
go.
Like a year, 2 years? How we talking?
Probably not even a year.
Closer on a year.
Okay, so
yeah.
you think around the year mark, you guys are gonna cross that line and suck each other peepees?
There
I'm
you
not
go.
opposed to it.
Wow. He's like, let me have it.
I mean, if the chance appears.
Listen, if you've seen Zayd IRL like I have,
Okay.
Something will just break in your brain and be like, oh man, what's going on here? I'm real
no,
interested.
so I'm not really sure because the only hot take that I have, I think I touched on last time, which
Oh, no.
was like streamers' attitudes and what their mindset has to be. Like, are they assholes because they so choose to be, or are they a little bit more strict with who they are close to or nearby? Because they kind of have to, and they have to filter out people who may be more streamer oriented.
Do you think this
or
is
content
a
friendly.
large content creator problem or a small content creator problem?
large
Ooh.
content creator?
Sounds like
I
they're just
think-
being pussies.
Well, actually, you know what? I think in general, it might just be like everyone content creator
Yeah.
because I think it just gets scalable worse when you get bigger because everyone has clicks, right? So when you're
Ugh.
bigger, you have like a specific
Yeah.
group that you hang out with, and anyone on the outside is like total
Am I a
stranger.
failure?
Even
as
if they could
VTuber?
be like another big VTuber or another big streamer in general, they could still be an outsider because they're not inside that clique. So to me, it's interesting that most people are non-inclusive when they have made it, because like once you made it, I feel like that's the time to be more out there, to be more friendly, because you have now once a reputation, but two, like what's gonna happen?
Okay.
You've made it, you've gotten your point. Why are you being so
Reminds me of something
Like
I saw on
scared.
Twitter.
I
Again.
I see both sides here, right? I understand why a lot of big creators are the way that they are and they stick to their clicks because let's say you find someone that you think is fucking great, but it turns out that they like diddle little kids, you know what I mean? And like,
oh
you
my
know.
god, why is it always this thing?
Yeah, well, like that happens often. It happens often, okay?
Oh,
So like,
I like
you
to
know,
believe it does not happen often.
like I always see
Think
someone
it's a
getting
pussy diddle.
canceled for that. And I'm like,
It
oh,
hurts
here we go.
me.
Someone else is being a fucking groomer. Here we go. Like typical
Not
VTubers.
again.
Yeah.
I can't even say groom my hair anymore, man.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna get canceled.
like I see
Only brush
why
your hair, no groom.
I see like why big creators do that, but at the same time, like they
Yeah.
had to get big somehow, right? And like big creators welcome them in. So like, but I just feel like people should vet people accordingly. But a lot of people are
Yeah.
just too scared to do that, or just don't want to
No,
waste their time.
I'm on your side because like people just need to fuck up, like nut up and like stop being like a pussyfooting around or creating like false adages to push people away. Just say like, hey, you're just not my vibe.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm not your vibe, just fucking say that. Don't be like, oh yeah, I think you're great, and like fucking be weird.
See how many
champ.
times
Just,
I've
like,
told Naru she hasn't been my vibe? Oh my god.
yeah, and I'm like, okay, you're a pussy bitch, and then that's it. It ends it.
And then I people shy and walk away.
I want to
Uh,
bring up something.
yeah,
'cause,
go ahead.
Yeah.
well, based on what Zane said. I think it was like yesterday or the other day. Regardless, this week on Twitter, I saw a post from a mutual where
Oh,
they were
no.
in a Discord call of 20 other VTubers, some of them big, some of them small. And it made me think, man, I really don't fucking network. because I never do that kind of stuff. I just kind of like sit in my home circle. Like I hang out with some of my community. I hang out with some of my like closer like streamer friends, and regardless of size, like I have some like streamer friends that are maybe bigger, like closer to like 200 average, and I have some streamer friends that are maybe closer to like 10 average. And I don't really particularly care.
Yeah.
But I do think that is a detriment as a content creator. Do not do that kind of stuff that those people are doing, where they're hanging out and they're like, they're meeting the big people. Like I saw people in the call that were like, like 600 average viewers. I saw people on the call that were like 20 average viewers. And I was like, that is a good networking opportunity.
Yeah.
But what am I doing? Nothing.
Well, I was gonna say, I don't know. You tell us, but you tell us nothing.
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 But like it comes in more coming into the context of like what Zane was saying is like that kind of stuff is like how beneficial do you think that is?
I don't know, Zane, what are your full thoughts on it? Sorry, I like interrupted you as you were talking about it.
I'm sorry if I didn't like clarify very well because I'm super wasted.
Good.
I am not putting my thoughts together very well anymore.
It is drug thoughts now.
Yeah, they were just
It is the
drunk thoughts.
liquor.
Zane, how can I get a liquor or can I get an alcohol vibe
I
check
think you're
on
gonna
you?
ask him to lick you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Zane, can
dang.
you lick
I was
me?
like, oh, you guys you're into it. It's not even a year yet. Oh my god.
I'm pretty solid right now. I mean,
Yeah, I
a little
figured.
bit like there.
Zane,
but,
you're
like,
solid
I'm a
all the time
heavyweight.
though.
Well,
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
heavyweight, bro.
Sylvie didn't get it. Sylvie
Freaking
didn't get to
gremlin
see
that's
it.
screaming at you, be like, "Honey, have
Yeah.
you drank enough today?"
No, like Sylvie didn't get to see this, but me and Naru did. We went to like 3 different bars where they handed out free unlimited alcohol. Granted, some of them were hard to get than others, but still, like, Did you ever actually notice Zane tipsy, Naru?
Yeah, but I didn't really see Zane drink that much.
I don't think
You know
we
what?
hung out
After
enough.
Zane answers, I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask you guys about TwitchCon. I have a question.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Zane.
This is for
But
you
about
guys,
your
but I
biggest
will
thought.
let Zane talk.
Yeah. No,
finish your piece.
it's the primary basis of like if you've made it and you have like your secrets of how you made it or whatnot, and you give that away, like who's gonna take away your fame? Like you already have your corner of the internet now, your place, as long as you are consistent with it and are like, doing new things that you can think of that fits your whole whatever. People being non-inclusive or looking at other streamers in a weird way is interesting. Like I can see why you're smaller and you're like, oh no, I need this opportunity. I
He
would
just
get
called me
scared.
small.
What? Oh my god! How dare you?
I'm gonna give
like,
you
if
the very stereotypical girl response. Oh my god, I can't believe you insulted me just now.
How dare you? Yeah,
How
even though
dare.
there's nothing about them. That's crazy.
It wasn't even about me.
Does your
Don't
pussy
big dog
even
me.
lift? What the fuck?
I like to practice gaslighting. you know.
Sorry,
Oh, what the hell?
I
Well,
saw
you don't
that
like
too,
to practice
huh?
gaslighting?
No,
Yeah.
not that.
How are we gonna be
I-
closer as individuals if I don't guilt
I
trip
hate
you?
I hate people that
Exactly.
big dog though. I think that people that like are big dogging are just are big fish in a small pond. That's
What do you
my
mean? What do you
opinion.
mean, big dog?
Big dog.
So like big dog. Sorry, it's like an
Is that
old
like
ass
up
term.
dog?
What's up, dog?
I like to show my age sometimes. I'm sorry, I'm leaving now.
Alright. Big dogging is like where you just like you if like say 2 content creators like 2 big like say Sea Dog and freaking Ludwig are standing next to each other, but you were talking to Sea Dog first for like 20 minutes and stuff like that, and like Ludwig comes over and he just flips around, turns his back to you and just starts talking to each other without like addressing you, talking like saying it like that and just like ignoring your presence. And when you try to jump in, they just keep on ignoring you, and like somebody else jumps in and then the topic changes again, but he's another bigger content creator than you, and they just kind of like key you out even if they both know you, but you're just not big enough for them. They
Are
big
you
dogs you.
overstaying your welcome?
Feels bad.
That's not
I would like
No,
to
there-
present to you
there are
a
situations like that. They
social
just big
opportunity
dog
that I
you.
have learned about. So in psychology, there is actually a phenomena where the most attractive people in a group will kind of congregate together. So if you're in a party, all the most attractive people will eventually kind of just go together. Which also kind of plays into the same fashion where you've seen this. I don't know if you maybe seen. You probably haven't seen this, obviously, but it happens also in the same fashion of like movie extras, where people who are all like police officers or people who are all supposed to be like repairmen or something, they will all group together because they're all wearing the same thing. And there is a kind of social.
because they relate, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
relate.
yeah,
So there's this
totally.
kind of like social like phenomena where some things will just group together naturally? And do you think that is what's happening there? And it obviously it doesn't feel good, right? Because you're like, yeah, I want to, I want to connect with other people, or I want to hang out with my friend or whatever. But they will choose to ignore you because, one of those people that falls into that category has shown up.
I would say yes and no, right? Like, let's say those two big content creators were already friends and like one of them didn't know you. I think they are just trying to engage in a conversation. It is still shitty that they were like the one person starts ignoring you completely instead of bringing you into a conversation. I think that's awkward.
The very least they could do is like de-address you and just be like, "Hey, I'm gonna talk to them now. Like, sorry,
Right.
Not to be like an asshole, but like
Exactly.
just to
For a
completely
student in the
ignore your presence."
for a student in the chat, just be like, yo, I'm fucking hot.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, pop off, King. But like I think I have a pretty good example of this, right? Like this happened at TwitchCon, and I was standing next to one of my friends who's like pretty well known,
Yeah.
and people were going up to him and they're like, "Yo, like whatever, blah
Oh.
blah blah." Okay, and like didn't talk to me at all, right? Just completely.
Is it who I'm thinking it is?
Maybe it doesn't matter who the person is. But someone comes up and was like, "Oh my god, like hey, blah blah blah," and I was just like, "Okay, I'm just standing there." And so I get introduced. Person still completely ignores me. They just look at me for like 2 seconds and then like continue talking to him. And me and him are like a weird champ. And then he's like, "Oh, by the way, she's industry. Like she worked here." And then immediately this girl's like, "Oh my god, hi!" And I'm like, "Okay, now that you know I'm like industry, and like where I've worked and like the connections that I have, like now you want to talk to me?" But like literally completely ignored me and like just completely ignored my existence.
Dude.
Yeah, it was. I literally called her out, and I was like, I have secondhand embarrassment for you. Like you are literally
it's
embarrassing.
this person. Oh.
Yeah, what the fuck?
No,
I'm not gonna just stand there. Like, I was like, you literally
brave.
are so embarrassing. Like, how dare
I
you?
would have walked away. I'd be like, I'm leaving now. Bye.
No, yeah, I know. I'm very confrontational. Okay, so like, I was just like, no, don't do this bullshit. Like, you literally ignored me. Like, don't try this now. You're a piece of shit. And they were.
This is why I wanted to bring up TwitchCon.
Oh yeah, go ahead. What did you want to bring up?
What I very specifically wanted to bring up on TwitchCon was because like everyone obviously was very, very excited about it on Twitter when it was coming, right? They were like, "Oh, you want to hang out? Like, guys, I'm going to TwitchCon. This is when I'm gonna be there." And then there was like, and then this is a VTuber problem. There became like a lot of other issues within the space of like, I went to TwitchCon and I was ignored. I went to TwitchCon and this happened, or I went to TwitchCon and people posted pictures about me. Because there's also the additional factor of VTubing, right? Where they maybe don't want to share pictures of themselves. And I kind of wanted to go into two fashions with like, maybe like the VTuber taboos.
Yeah.
It was like, what do you think about TwitchCon in the VTuber fashion? Where it's like, you're basically, presenting yourself prior to that as like, I know obviously people do post pictures of themselves IRL, irregardless, and they don't care. And there's obviously some additional controversy where like, oh my god, you're breaking immersion or whatever. Like, I don't really care about that. Like, I personally don't share pictures just for the reason is I don't feel like it. Because I want this to be my brand, and my brand's not me, particularly how I look IRL. But that is a separate issue. But how did that affect like the TwitchCon experience? Were you worried that people were gonna post pictures of you, or were like, do you think that's like a valid criticism towards like going there, or like do you feel like you were neglected? Because like obviously some people are like only gonna want to interact with like big content creators, or like, oh my god, I went to the partner party and I only talked to like like Iron Mouse or something, like, and like obviously that didn't happen, but because I think she comes there on like a screen, so
I'm gonna be a woe is me bitch one time, but yeah, yeah, like literally the one time. Like I normally don't complain about stuff like this because it's part my fault. But man, TwitchCon was kind of a sobering experience for me, whereas like I was very interactive, I was very forthgoing, I was trying to be very energetic and like my best business self. But apparently that just wasn't enough no matter what. Because I am not gonna lie, I have been in some events where like these people are like quadruple, like like they're freaking like millionaires and stuff like that, like like big ass names, and I don't want to like. I'm not trying to like humble brag or anything like that. I've been in parties where I felt like the fucking ant of the world, and I just felt like it felt shitty. But they were more inclusive than TwitchCon at points, which is
That's-
crazy.
That's really
Because like
crazy. 'Cause
TwitchCon felt awful at certain points. Other points it was amazing, but
I'm
there are a lot
mostly
of points where I just
curious
felt
about
cock
it
blocked.
because I just watched, like, obviously I didn't go, and which
Mhm.
was good I didn't go because I got the flu, so I would have gotten people sick if I had gone, regardless
Yeah.
of my own situation. But I knew a lot of people that were very, very excited to go. And then
Yeah.
when they came back, everyone had a bad experience to share. And I felt so
You're-
confused.
You're never gonna go to TwitchCon and not have a bad experience. I'm gonna rip that band-aid off here. Like I've always had a
Okay.
bad experience, even when I was a bigger content creator than I am now.
Is
I
that
had
just
a
a
bad
con
experience.
problem or is that a Twitch
It's a
problem?
con
I don't think
problem,
that's
like-
true. I'm
Really?
sorry. I'm gonna refute that. Yeah. Like,
Really?
There's been
You don't
years
think-
that I went and like it was great.
Oh wait, you didn't have a bad. Well, hold on.
There's been some years where I didn't have a bad
Oh.
experience at all. Like this year, I was kind of just like, yo, all these little bros off their rockers. But like,
Uh.
that was just this year. There's been years where I've had awesome times and like maybe like
Mm.
one small bad thing happened, but it wasn't like that big of a deal.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Not bad. I was just thinking like, there's always something bad that happens. It's not like usually like detrimental or anything like that. This is easily the worst one. This is easily the worst one. Usually it's not like super. It was never as bad as this. But like, there's always like something to complain about. Well, fare was too much, travel sucked, booty chicks. Like all the restaurants were closed down or something like that, or like too full. I've had those
I got
experiences in
my
like San
ass
Diego.
whipped by one of those like hooker girls in the street.
Ah, I remember
Wait,
that.
what?
Yeah.
They were walking around with a whip and they like hit my ass. I was like, "Dang."
They're like, hey, hottie.
Yeah, mind
Mine
you,
in
I
my
was
list
wearing,
of
I was
things in my
wearing pretty
notebook
much a
about
full
Zane.
suit.
Zane did not get drunk. Zane got whipped by girls. Okay.
He was wearing a dress shirt and he was showing skin.
It was
There was
showing.
only
a
Hey,
little
one
you
bit.
put
night
that
that I-
away.
No,
That's
I was not
inappropriate.
showing
I'm
skin.
lying.
Oh my god.
This motherfucker.
Showing skin in this day and age. What the heck?
In this economy, sometimes you gotta.
I know, right? Cover that up, Zane. What the heck?
So sorry.
You should be.
Yeah, I mean, but I think Sylvie was saying that like some people just had a horrible time overall, right? Sylvie,
Yeah.
you're saying
Okay.
some people.
Yeah, I was
I
more
would
thinking
I would
about
say
it.
that my
I
time
wanted
was
to
pretty
obviously
horrid.
apply it back to the taboo topic. Was that
Mm-hmm.
do you think there were additional issues at TwitchCon for VTubers because of the kind of more anonymous nature of VTubing? Because obviously you're not gonna go up to somebody like you would like for example, you're at a party, right?
Yeah.
At TwitchCon for whatever reason. And you go up to someone, of course it's like, it's like Ludwig. Of course you would recognize his face because he always cam streams, right? So you should
Yeah.
recognize him. If you walked up to like Shy Lily, would you recognize her right away?
No.
No.
I probably
I-
wouldn't either, because I actually don't even know what she looks like.
I think it depends. Are you going to TwitchCon expecting to be recognized? Because, yeah, I think that's already, unless like you're big enough.
I mean,
to
do
be
you think that
recognized.
you maybe experienced more I don't want to say discrimination per se because it's kind of too strong of a term for my opinion.
Oh,
But do you think that you got neglected in a way more so because you're a VTuber because people didn't recognize you?
because I'm a VTuber? Actually, the weird part is no, I didn't feel like it. I felt like I got more neglected because when people saw my name and like looked at me, they noticed like my following list and they didn't know anything about my background. They just saw numbers and were like, oh, we don't need to interact with this person. I think that was the most neglect that I got. And like even then, it's just like, I mean, it's okay. They don't know anything about me. He sucks dick, but no, not for being a VTuber. I interacted with a lot of industry people and stuff like that. I was like, oh, hey, I'm blankety blank. I work with VTubers and I am a VTuber. And they're like, oh, that's awesome. Like I've heard a little bit about them. Here's my game, or here's like, here's my business card.
Am I supposed to have business cards?
A lot of people
Yeah,
did.
a lot of people have business cards.
I think
have,
Zane had
like-
one, right?
Why Zane? You
I
have a
did.
business
Yeah, he
card?
did.
Yeah. A lot of VTubers came with business cards, or like Hazumi came with full trading cards. That was crazy. You remember that?
Who did?
Not Hazumi.
Oh, I didn't.
The
I
lion
did not.
VTuber?
I did not talk to her at all.
Oh, dang, yeah. She
Yeah.
came.
I'm too
She
scared
came
to
to
talk
the
to
blurb.
Hazumi.
We went to a bar
When do you think I'll
made
stop
entirely
being
of
scared
ice.
of large VTubers?
Wait, what about
Now?
large VTuber? Wait, what?
I was scared of them. I don't talk to them.
Yeah, Sylvie, let me pose this question. Are you afraid to talk to people in general? Do you have social anxiety?
No.
Okay.
It's just in the content creation space because I think people are judgmental. So I approach every situation with the feeling that they are judgmental, so I don't approach them.
Mm.
Meanwhile, if I am IRL, I do not have any problems. I think
You're
it's
like
the
the exact
entertainment space in
opposite of a
general.
lot of people. Then that's crazy.
It's the entertainment space because I think that there are additional connotations around things where they're like, I expect you to perform to a certain degree in order to value you as an
You're not
individual.
entirely wrong. To be
Mm,
fair, there's
mm.
there's validation
And I don't
in
feel
it.
like I have that feeling when I talk to people like at a party or something, even if they're like actually like IRL rich or something. Because it's like not like I haven't known people that were like, yeah, I'm like a fucking millionaire. I'm like I mean, I've literally talked to like the freaking CEOs at all like the big three like auto companies when I worked there. You
Yeah.
know, it didn't
Yeah.
scare me as much as it scares me to talk to somebody with like 200 average viewers.
Why is
That
that?
is interesting.
I don't know. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Realistically, I think the CEO of Ford probably is a little bit more rich than, so and so down the block that has 200 average viewers on Twitch. I'm sorry.
I have a question. Do you
Yeah.
think that maybe it's because they have more of an impact on your streaming career rather than like the CEO of Honda
Maybe.
or Bill Gates? Because like they're not gonna. Bill Gates is not gonna give a fuck. Okay, I'm only gonna say Bill Gates because I know him.
I feel like
He's
it's
actually a
very
very chill dude.
I think
even if
you
he's a
grow
little
up
weird
in a
with his
way
family.
and you spend a lot of experience. I have like a lot of experience, obviously, from like college and like post college, like interacting with like high profiles in my industries, right?
Yeah.
So it's more of like I go into like super business mode, right? But streaming isn't business mode in my mind.
No.
So I don't act
I
the same
learned
way.
that. Yeah. I'm in the same boat with you. I'm always businessy. I think like the best. It's my dad. I've always was raised to like be like,
Yeah.
oh, put on your best business face and like approach people as if they're full grown adults. Don't treat them like children. Don't be like too weird and stuff like that. And they'll like you better.
You don't do that in
I-
entertainment exactly.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like I don't know. That's why I asked those. Like, do you think that it's because that they have a more of an impact though? Like your automotive CEOs aren't gonna go out of here and be like, she high-fived me instead of shook my hand. Cancel her. Get rid of her job.
That's a good question. I
Because
don't know, just like
as
never really
content
been
creation's too
scared of
small.
them. Content creation feels very small. It's also like I don't know if it's the social media problem of you mess up and you can just end your career here
Yeah.
overnight.
Overnight. Yeah.
And that does not happen in like traditional networking with business, in my opinion. But then you also don't get that personal with that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm never gonna tell like the Ford, CEO, like, yeah, this is what I did on the weekend, or like, this is what I think about like religion or something, or this is like what I think about like I don't even know like the wizard game, which was like super controversial, right? Like nothing like that kind of stuff is gonna happen. So like there's never gonna be any inherent risk there to like end my career compared to ending my career in like entertainment. I'm sure you can I'm sure I can end my career in my regular career in some way. But I've never felt that kind of like pressure, I guess, as I felt the pressure in entertainment. And it could be
just be tied
additional
to your
pressure. There's
experience.
obviously like additional pressure within VTubing as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is that
I
the
can agree with
VTubing
that.
is such a small niche within entertainment that I think if you piss off a lot of the VTubers, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, they talk shit.
What do you
In their own
think,
circle.
Zane?
I definitely feel like the VTubing space is more of like a walking on, what are they, eggshells type thing with what you can say. Like, especially like doing like a podcast like this, it's definitely more of like the riskier side just because people don't want to talk about it. They get scared, like you said. And it's like, I don't know. I think that people treat like bigger streamers like celebrities and such, which is fine. But you shouldn't be idolizing them to the point where now they're like, oh, like you paparazzi and all this shit. They're just people. that's all they are. And so especially like the good ones who are out there, albeit rare, they should just be treated like humans. And they're just trying to have a good time like the rest of us because they once were small as well, type thing. Hello?
I got quiet.
Awkward! Well, I guess
I'm
my
like
Nobody,
drunk
guess
and
literally,
driving
we
and
all think
picking
your
on
shit is.
audio.
We all think your opinions are shit, Zane.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Oh yeah.
Awkward.
Awkward.
Sorry, buddy. We're here to have hot takes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not be nice.
God, how
I'm telling
civil
you.
can he be? Man.
Wow.
No, but I agree with you. They're literally just people. Like that's why like
Yeah.
people are like shocked. Like when they're like, "Oh my god, you met this person." I'm like, they're literally just like what? Like I don't understand the people that like freak the fuck out about streamers and like idolize them like crazy. Like even just like celebrities, I just don't understand. I'm like, yeah, they're cool. Okay. You know, that's really it. I'm more scared of like CEOs. I don't know, but maybe that's because I'm a corporate shill. So
Maybe I'm weird. I met CEOs when I was in like college because I had like the opportunity to, and I recognize that like obviously I had more opportunities than maybe the average person. Because my school was like very well connected. So like I met like the Ford CEO when I was like senior year of college. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, oh my god, what? Oh my god, Shy Lily scares me. I would never. Or like people like even like I have like friends like Kimochi who's like I'm friends with like Megalodon. I'm like I would never speak to her. I'm sorry, she's way too big for me. I'm like a little bean. I would never.
What?
what?
I have so many friends that are like friends with big people, and I'm just like nope. Would never talk to
That's
them.
interesting. No, they're just humans. Dead ass.
Well, you see, I'm a boring content creator in my mind, so I'm like,
well,
well, I don't.
if you think
You
that
are
I'm
way,
of the
yourself.
opinion. I am
That's
of the
exactly-
opinion that I do not present them enough opportunity as a content creator. You have to think about it like in the context of like when I think of work, right? When you think of work, it's like I am a good employee, right? Like I present I can do a task and I can accomplish whatever mission statement they have for the company, right?
Yeah.
But when you're a content creator, it's very much not the case, right? Where you're like you have like it's like the criteria for it is like far different.
okay. Well, my question for you is there ever going to be a time that you don't feel this way?
I have no idea.
Because I feel like if you
I
think
think
this
that the only
about
option is-
yourself, it's just gonna like stay.
This is why I will continue to not approach people.
No,
this is why- no,
this
this is why-
bad.
You're basically all right, Sylvia. I'm
I
gonna
only
real
talk
you.
to other Pokemon content creators now.
It sounds like you're gonna push other people to force you into these situations then, and be like, "Hey, meet Icy Sylvie and stuff like that." You know, like,
I see Sylvie's weird, dude. How would you want to talk to her?
yeah, no shit, Sherlock. But like, that's the problem. That's the reason why we gotta make you, well, not less weird and not more weird. This is the reason why we have to push more people into you that are weird or acceptable weird. You gotta meet
Reminds me of,
people.
like
Yeah, you gotta meet
got, like,
people.
I got like super nervous the other day because I think it's like a mutual of like audio and Naru actually. I'm not gonna say who it is, but I like she had
Well,
she
now we
had-
want to know.
looping back to the conversation where we talked about the friend posts, right?
Yeah.
Was she was commenting that a lot of people only seem to want to be your friends on stream. And I was like,
Oh.
I do not feel that way because most of my friendship time is spent off stream because I stream solo. So of course I don't
You don't
spend
feel the
most
same
of
as
my
everybody else.
time with the friends on stream because I just don't stream with them.
Yeah, that's fair.
So most of my time spent with friends is off of stream. And I was like, yo, these are the kinds of games I play. If you want to hang out, like I know we don't know each other very well. Like, we can play like ARAM together or something, like. And then she didn't message me for a month, and I was like, she hates me. Oh my god, I'm never messaging her again. But it actually wound up being the case that she actually she had like an issue with like Twitter Blue or something, and she didn't get the notification, which is a totally separate situation. But it falls into the same category of she was a somewhat larger streamer. Even if I am not interacting with her in a streaming capacity, I was still nervous.
Interesting.
I was like, oh, she won't like me because I don't have as many viewers as her.
I think if people
Even if
are
we're not
that
streaming
way,
together.
if people are that way, then they're right.
Yeah, seriously.
Because-
Like they're
I mean, you
they're
think about it, right? Like you're like, oh, like I do. Obviously, a lot of streamers that are like, I know like tons of streamers that are tiny little beans that are friends with like Zentreya, right?
yeah.
But then when I think of like another streamer, like maybe in the same fashion, where I'm like, oh, they must not be friends with anyone that's like small. Like I think of like maybe like Haruka and VShojo, and I'm like, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head she's friends with that is smaller. She's only friends with like VShojo in my mind. and I would never speak to her in that fashion then. You know, whereas I might be more willing to speak to like Zentreya over like Haruka, which is not to say anything bad about Haruka. That is just my personal observation.
There are bad eggs and there are good eggs over there. There are people that are neither here nor there. Honestly, it's just like that's kind of like the whole. That's to be fair, that's just how networking the world goes in general. It's like you have to just you pull a bunch of straws and like finding a needle in a haystack is impossible. But thankfully, you're not searching through a haystack. You're searching through a small cup of straws trying to find the needle. You're gonna run through a bunch of them that are just like duds and like what you're not looking for, but you'll eventually find like a good one out of the bunch. Like probably wouldn't have known. I wouldn't know Naru if I didn't reach out. I wouldn't know Shino if I didn't reach out. I wouldn't know. Yeah, I wouldn't know a lot of people if I didn't reach out.
You know, it's kind of crazy. Like if we never talked or like anything, like
You wouldn't know. Yeah,
we would
I wouldn't have
not-
introduced you to them, and
yeah, we wouldn't be
introduced me to people.
here, and I wouldn't.
No.
Yeah. Whoa.
I don't remember how I met Chino. I think I met Chino through audio.
I introduced.
Actually, I think I met everyone in this podcast through audio.
I liked. I do this thing. I do this like formula.
Audio, you're a freaking social slut.
I was gonna go with the nicer word, but okay. I use formulaic equations in my head to go, these people match up like puzzle pieces because humans are puzzle pieces in my brain cells. And I go, you guys would get along together because the way you speak and the way you talk and like the way you are at life.
So you're saying that you don't like being called a social slut?
You know what, I'll
Social
own it.
butterfly. A
Thank you.
social moth.
Social
Oh.
butterfly sounds too nice.
Social
I'm like,
moth.
Audio is like a sexual being. Don't lie to me.
Whoa.
Wow.
She's
He
sexual.
wants to lick Zane's toes.
I am so mellowed out.
The
I'm
one
so
time that he's not out there. This
I
poor
am
man.
so mellowed out these days. I'm trying, but anyways, yeah, I'm gonna step off.
I do want to bring up something that Neon mentioned, right? Do you think there is a difference of stream friends, work colleagues, and actual friends? And do people use the term friend too loosely?
Sorry, can you say that one more time? My brain.
Let's
alcohol.
do part one first. Do you think there is a difference between stream friends, which are work colleagues, and actual friends?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I wanna
I
go
think
down the
there is
row.
a really good difference of because I think even in general that you should probably separate business choices versus personal choices. Like everyone's gonna have their career, and you wouldn't judge them for like working, let's say, as like a trash man, and then but let's say that they're on the outside life, they're a hobbyist of making suits, right? So like those are two very different things, and I feel like just being able to present yourself from personal versus business is a very important thing to do, and separating those feelings as well. Like maybe they make a dumb business choice, but that doesn't affect your personal relation to them as a friend.
You know, I'll give you guys an example of that one.
Mm.
I had a friend who got canceled. And I am still friends with them. So I don't remember if you... I will actually directly state what it was and who it was and what it was about. Just to give you an example.
Whoa, drama.
Hey, do you remember Evertrua and when she got canceled related to the artist?
I remember this
So what happened was...
vaguely.
Evertrua is a very large presence in the VTubing space on Twitter.
Oh,
more
you
so
mean Trua
than...
Orca? Sorry, I only know
Trua
Trua Orca.
No,
Okay,
it's not
yeah.
Trua Orca. It's Evertrua. Not because
Gotcha,
Trua Orca is a separate person.
Oh.
Obviously, lots of VTubers have the same concept, so that's why I want to be very clear. who it was.
Clarifying. Good job.
Okay.
So she had commissioned an artist, you know, back at the start of the year or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And the artist had a TOS that basically said, it's going to take me this long to complete it, right? And she was super, super pushy with this artist, like in a fashion that I basically viewed as mean at that point. Like she was too pushy. She wasn't observing the TOS of the artist. And she was saying like, this artist is scamming me. She wasn't very responsive, blah, blah, blah. Evertrua even posted her DMs with the artist. And I read through all of them. And I was like, this does not paint you in the respect that I think it does. And so it basically went overnight from a thread that was supporting Trua to a thread that was tearing into her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I still view myself as her friend because I view myself as a person that can say, hey, as long as you're not diddling kids, we can fix
God, I
this,
hate
okay?
this.
As long as okay, look, I dropped the line there really hard.
It's a good
Yeah.
example.
If we're diddling kids, we can't be friends. Okay, I'm sorry. Like,
I
fuck off.
agree. No diddling of children.
No diddling kids. Okay, I'm sorry.
I can't even touch this joke. Anyways.
Anyway, I was like, yo, actively, my friend fucked up. She was a bad person here. I absolutely disagree with her as a content creator and as a friend. I think she should not have treated the artist that way. She was super mean. She was not observing the TOS, blah blah blah, right? And I am still her friend to this day. Because I say that, you know, hey, she got canceled on Twitter, but I'm not gonna unfollow her over that because I think she can learn and improve from it still. Like if she shows me obviously that she can't learn and improve from it, yeah, I'll move on. But I think there is a fashion in the sense that you can have like business friends and then you can have like business friends, right? Where like you're more friendly with them, but they're also business friends. Like I met her obviously through the sense of business, right? Like I would not be her friend if I was not a VTuber. Straight up. Like that's just how it is. Like there's probably a lot of people I wouldn't be friends with if I was not a VTuber. But do I need to be like, you know, I need to separate myself from the situation, or is she gonna, you know, did she make such a big mistake that she can't learn from this, you know? Because I think it's really important when you're like really, really friends with people is to speak up against them when they make mistakes, right? Like you wouldn't want a friend that just kind of like nobody likes having that like friend that is really like, you know, sexually abusive towards people or something, right? Like that's maybe more common within like the male space where they're like, oh, I have this one friend who always is really disrespectful towards women or something like, right? And they never say anything about it, right? I don't want to be that friend. I don't want to be the friend that doesn't speak up when I think that this person has the capacity to improve. Even if they got canceled.
I'd say that my idea about like friendship and like the different like separating friendships and to keep mine brief because it's kind of like mine's super simple. It's work relations. Like there are people there. It's chemistry. Actually, better yet. Sorry, let me dumb that down even more. It's chemistry. There are people that mix well with you in certain environments, but when you introduce into different environments, they don't work well together. It's the reason why I treat friends like
That's why he said we were puzzle pieces. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it dead ass is though. It is. There are certain friends that work well together, and I have a personality type that molds and changes. I'm very fluid as a human being. I have a hip hop community, I have a sports community, I have nerd community, I have all these like different groups, and I get well together with all of them. And there are certain people that just will not mix well together.
Yeah.
And I know that for a fact. And when I introduce them together, it always ends like it's not always, but there are very many times where it ends bad. I'm not trying to gatekeep people, but it's the same situations. There are people that like I don't think I would get along with as friends, like with any of my other like any of the community groups or any like the special like you know like the differentiating people that I hang out with and consider like my good friends, like you guys. And then there are people that would only work well together when we're on stream because we're both of the same variety when we're on camera. Yeah, that's it. That's my belief.
The second part, I agree with that, to be honest. But I have a problem of meshing together everybody all the time because I'm like, oh, I'll try it out anyways, and then everything falls to shit. But you know, I just always like to give it a try and see what happens. No hard feelings. Yeah, no hard feelings.
So you do what I do, but except for my brain says don't do it. And I don't do it. You're
I'm like,
give it a try.
Let's give it a try. You never know.
I have a question. When
Yeah.
you were a kid, did you experiment with foods and stuff like that?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. Like I don't mean like trying different foods. I mean like doing some really crazy shit.
Oh, well, what do you mean? Like, give me an example.
Like deep fat fry, like those leather, like deep fat fry a leather, like one of those leather chew rolls or whatever.
Leather chew rolls.
That, like, yeah,
Just
like
a normal
like
child. I just make
or whatever.
potions in the bathroom.
I know what you're talking about. I saw a video on it. Like, she throws like Windex and all these other chemicals inside of a
Yeah, just mix it all together. What if they smell better?
I wouldn't call that normal.
Yeah, you like make soap and you're like, oh, this conditioner smells pretty good. This body wash smells pretty good. Yo, do you remember they had the oil bath beads? So you put some of those in there. Those are pretty good smelling. You break them open, you put them in.
Good, yes.
And you make a nice smelling concoction and you're like, I'm never using this because my hair will fall out.
The second part to Neon's thing was, do people use the term friend too loosely? And I want to go first for this because it fucking grinds my gears. I fucking I fucking hate VTubers because they're like, you talk to them once, you say hello to them, they're like, oh my god, we're friends. Like, bitch, no, I'm not your fucking friend. Like, you literally said hi to me, I said hi back. We're not friends. Like, what the fuck?
I've always had this problem in this space
too, actually.
Yeah.
My god, dude. Like, we're maybe acquaintances at best. Like, maybe ask me a question. Take me out to dinner first, dude. Like, it's just insane to me that somebody will fucking like, oh, how are you? Oh, I'm good. Oh my god, we're friends. Like, oh my god, yeah, you want to hang out tomorrow? I'm like, no, I don't even know you. Like, what? It just grinds my gears. So yes, I think people use the term friends too loosely, and I think because most of the time they're just lonely, and like, I'm sorry you're lonely, but don't put that on me.
Oh no, we're gonna have a whole podcast about being terminally online.
We might.
Oh god.
guys
As
are
far
God.
as,
We should.
as far as
I have a
friendships go,
whole
though.
distinguish against that, man.
Oh, do you? That's well. Write it in the document. As far as like friendships go, I'm gonna keep this even briefer than that one. Is like, I don't like when people call me friend and they don't honestly mean it. If they have some fucking if you're so fucked up that you think that everybody's your friend and you have no idea how to differentiate an acquaintance from a friend and you call me your friend, like, I'm gonna believe you. I believe that you have wholeheartedly want to be past the subject of acquaintance, and this is like, you calling me your friend is your first step of being like, we're gonna hang out more, we're gonna talk more. If you just call me your friend though and you don't talk to me for 3 months, I'm gonna be fucking broken up over it. I'm gonna be like, damn, like, that was a betrayal. And like, yeah, it's super, I'm small-hearted about it, but yeah, what's up?
I have friends that I don't talk to for months, but they're still really good friends.
Okay.
But have you talked to them in extensive periods before you stop talking? Like, if it's your first time
yeah.
talking, oh. Well, I'm not gonna touch. I'll let everybody else touch that.
Well, like you would
this is
talk with
mine.
them, and then like, or you just
You know,
don't talk to them often anymore.
If I haven't done it, like, you need to be my friend, you have to hang out with me, you have to talk with me, you have to at least do one of the others. Like, I need an extensive conversation so I know who you are as a person. I know that we mesh well. I don't want you to be like, or at least some attempt to be my friend.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're a fucking acquaintance to me, and it's just like, dang. And if you tell me that you're gonna be my friend and you want to be friends and stuff like that, and you want to go through this stuff, I'm gonna get my hopes up because I value the test period of friendships highly, because I want to have like lifelong friends. And I'm a little freak of nature over here in my little lab collecting my friends and putting them in little jars. I'm like, yes, we're gonna be friends forever. Yippee! And like, if you break that trust,
I feel like I messaged him the other day and I was like, I have this question. I solved the question myself. By the way, I'm done.
Anyhow,
like 2 hours later, I feel like I fixed this problem.
To be honest, I also feel like when people tell me that I'm their friend, like, they don't really know what they're signing up for. I personally
friends because he hasn't come to visit me yet.
They have no
they
idea
have
what
no
you're getting
idea.
into.
Yeah, like,
I didn't know what I was getting into.
You're gonna come visit for realsies.
Holy shit, it was a wake-up call for me.
I am like a really high maintenance friend, and I'm sorry for that, but also I'm not sorry. Like, listen, if you say we're gonna be friends, like, okay, then like, we fuck with each other for real, so we're friends, you know? Like,
No.
Okay, Nara, when you
Greatest-
coming?
Yeah.
When you coming, actually? When you're not gonna have COVID when you come this time?
next year, son.
Next year?
Yeah, because I go every year for
Sylvie,
EDC
I'll
Orlando.
come over to you in December since she will never be around.
This bitch ain't coming back to Florida for a whole year.
I'm
Holy crap.
sorry.
Next year, yo, Sylvie, chill, drama queen. Next year's 2 months away.
Oh my god, it's so long.
Yeah, but EDC Orlando is like an entire November away.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, Mara's literally coming to within 20 minutes of me, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna hang out with her, and it's gonna
I'm
be so
so
cool.
sad. I literally
I almost
missed
bought
out.
a ticket and everything, but I was like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't buy a ticket because there was like some controversy at work where like I might have had to work a little bit that day, and I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't buy a ticket because I gotta be careful. And then she didn't freaking come.
Yeah, so it's actually good you didn't get that ticket, by the way.
It's good I didn't get
Yeah,
the ticket.
it is good. I did miss out. Like, all my friends sent me videos.
I was scared. I
and
was looking
like,
up outfits for that thing, and I was like, damn, everyone's like almost naked.
Oh
It's
my
just
god, I
like-
had the cutest outfit where I would basically be naked. I'm so sad. But next year. So, next year.
Mara's gonna see me basically naked. I can't handle this.
Let's go! Yeah. But yes,
It's too brave.
I do hate that people use the term friend too loosely. And if anyone else has any closing thoughts on this, closing thoughts, and then we go on our merry way.
Nopers.
Nopers. Zane?
I nopers here.
All right. Well, I hope that covers everything that everyone wanted to hear about. And if you guys have any suggestions, please feel free to let us know in chat, okay? But that ends episode 1! Wow, round of
Rate your
applause!
drinks. Is that what we're
rate our
supposed to
drinks.
do at the end of every stream?
Oh, sure, we should. That's a good idea. Let's rate our
Finish?
drinks.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right, Zane, rate your drink.
Honestly, 2 out of 10.
Huh?
No flavor.
Damn.
Yeah, because you're drinking fucking Hennessy.
He just-
Man,
Yeah, you're
what
so
the
funny,
hell,
bro.
dude?
Honestly, though,
Fucking
like,
Hennessy
how they-
ass. Ugh.
Bro,
Uh,
they drank out of the bottle, no flavor. Yeah, bro,
yeah,
the flavor
it's
was in the
flavor.
bottle. That was it.
Exactly, it's trash. I'm drinking a oh my god, I can't even speak anymore. I'm drinking a
Marcialago.
Murcielago. I'm drinking
Margarita.
a
Margarita.
Oh my god, Sylvia and I are the same person. I'm drinking a margarita made with.
I'm waiting for the day that Naru come visit and we drink mimosas together
Oh my
in the
god,
morning.
I would love that brunchies, the girlies.
Brunchies with the girls, let's go.
Let's go. My
I'm
margarita.
just waiting to become a wine aunt when I grow up.
Oh, dude, you need to come to me. Then we could go to Napa Valley together.
It sounds so good.
You should come.
Oh, wait, Napa Valley? Yes.
Yes,
Sorry, I
you
love
should
going
come
to
too.
Napa Valley.
Everybody, we
I-
should do a liquor and listen and liquor
Listen to
in Napa
go.
Valley.
Napa
Let's
Valley, oh,
go.
man.
Pickies
the
up.
IRL stream.
Yeah, I'm down.
But
Well-
I rate my drink a 7.5 out of 10. It's delicious.
There you go.
Oh.
Doves. Sylvie,
Delicious.
what's your drink rating?
We're gonna give it a solid 3 out of 10. Tasted like
Yeah, that's
battery
not bad.
acid. Did a good job of making me
Yeah.
drunk though.
What the fuck is-
Yo,
Yo, alright.
black is
You know,
fun.
people. All right, we're gonna go through some etiquette out here about making drinks before these things for
Well,
you.
you see, I
blueberries.
forgot to buy mixer. That was the problem.
So did I. So I
Yeah.
made the mixers.
So there wasn't enough mixer, but I wanted to make sure I got enough drunk, so I just added more alcohol.
Oh,
Jeez,
fair.
sis.
We should have done more like drunk shots instead, and then you could just like sip on the drink. Mine was a solid. Well, okay.
Your
The
sound
AMF, the AMF is always a solid 9 out of 10.
Let's
the
go.
other, I actually don't have a name for this. I
Okay,
just
next
made it up
time
today.
I will bring Dr. Pepper and Screwball peanut butter whiskey. I'm telling you, they mix well together.
You said
I don't know
and
why no one
ketchup?
believes me.
Oh.
Did you say ketchup?
No, I don't mix ketchup with things.
Okay, I thought I heard
You
ketchup
shouldn't
in
What,
there.
you
I was
think-
like,
there.
what?
I
We're
know,
gonna
I
have a
know
con-
people that do.
We're gonna have like
Yeah.
a conversation. We're gonna have like a whole listing of liquor
Yeah.
about how there's some people that put ketchup on spaghetti, and we're gonna talk about it.
Ugh.
Anyway,
You guys don't want me in that conversation. Just trust me, you don't
God,
want me
we,
there.
we end
Y'all
this
don't.
here. I'm out of here.
No.
Ketchup on your dance
Papa.
spaghetti.
No, I don't. I
Papa.
hate ketchup. I will never drink ketchup ever. You'll never.
like
If you
ketchup?
catch me it, you can kill me. I don't care. Like I will
On
give you permission to
french
kick me
fries?
in the balls. If you ever see me use ketchup, kick me in the balls as hard as you want.
Gross. Very gross.
I was
Yeah.
planning to punch you in the balls earlier because I was like, well, based on my height and your height, I think my hands will reach that space.
To be fair, that's probably right. You know what? Freaking shorty.
Shorty.
All right, everybody, say goodbye. Bye, chat. If you have any suggestions, let
chat.
us know. Whoa,
Bye,
why'd you say
chat.
bye like that? Okay, bye,
Bye.
chat.
My bad.
Bye,
It's like-
chat.
Bye, chat. We missed you. We
Bye,
love
chat.
you. Goodbye. Okay. I believe Zane is gonna
Why just
stream.
all go into Zane's
so
channel,
yeah,
though?
let's go. We're gonna raid Zane.
Oh my god, hold on.
Hit the live button now!
Oh my god, that's like ancient.
Oh.
Damn, that's a
What?
bumper
How long ago did that come out?
Some legend you're told. Some I don't know.
Wait,
Okay, I was in my car today and I was listening to Linkin Park and I was like, oh my god, I'm like 13 years old right now.
All I do is get bullied. Oh my god, I have shit to say to you as well, Sylvie.
Oh, I
later.
thought it was to me. I was like,
How about how I listen to Linkin Park in
no,
the
I
car?
have nothing to say to you since you've ditched me on 2 adventures already. So like,
Two
we'll hang out.
Whoa!
We can talk about our friendship in 2024.
Oh!
For now, it's not.
It's okay, there's
Yeah.
only been like one group of people that's ever met me IRL.
It's
That's
okay. Me
crazy.
and Nara were supposed to hang out 2 times before the end of the year. No big
2
deal.
times.
2 times. That's right. Even tomorrow was supposed to be one of them. Crazy. It's
Wait,
okay, though.
what? Are you guys actually hanging out tomorrow?
Nope.
No.
No.
We were supposed
She canceled
to.
on me.
What do you
Mario,
mean?
she wasn't
I'm
gonna tell me.
broke. I'm just trying
You
not
were
to go
gonna-
homeless.
It's okay. You weren't gonna tell me
Oh
until I
my
got there
God.
too.
I'm being
Live in your
portioned.
car like
I'm
a
being
real American. What are you
portioned.
talking about?
Yeah, seriously. She wasn't. She
why?
wasn't gonna tell me until I popped up. Until I popped up there, I was gonna be in there and be like, "Oh, hey, where's Naru? Naru, when your flight goes?" She go, "Oh, by the way, I ain't going." Oh God, was that what's gonna happen, Naru? Were you gonna tell me on your own volition, or were you gonna forget?
Can't wait.
So
to-
anyways, it was a great podcast. Thank you, everybody, for
Yeah.
coming. Smile. I was gonna
Good
tell you.
Okay, you
about
Smile,
it.
guys, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm
Wait,
gonna
we're not
try
still on
and
microphone,
network
right?
without
we are.
the rad and Pokemon challenges, okay? I've decided that I am strong now.
She's strong. We love her for
proud
that.
of-
I'm
I'm
a
proud of
strong
you.
individual VTuber, and I can
You're a
totally
strong
network with people
individual,
that have
Joe.
1K viewers. I think I believe in myself.
Let's go. We believe in Sylvie. My
Sylvie,
voice is
you
cracked.
currently have the biggest average rating out of all of us.
Honestly, truing.
Yeah, but Pokemon
Yeah.
challenges, dude. Ah, he's too smart
Holy
for me.
crap! It's not like it changed. There are people that
He's just a nerd. I'll just call him Jan and be like, "Yo, dude, I'm gonna become a professional
Bro,
Pokemon
the guy who
degenerate
does
streamer."
anime drinking, the face cam anime drinking guy met him and hung out with him during TwitchCon the entire fucking time. Like,
Wait,
you
he
could
was
do
at
it.
TwitchCon?
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
Okay, I think I have a possibility to
He
actually
was at all
be
the
friends
parties,
with
yeah.
them.
Yeah. The fuck? If you're in the same contest sphere, you always have a shot.